Lane.
All right, we're going to now go open to the open wheel modified division. Marshall Shrank and Steve McCaw in a battle first and second. Kate, it's been tight all season so far.
Yeah, and then Wally Wilson will not be here tonight either. They've got some electrical issues. Adam Everson in a crash last week, as well as David Mathers. So unfortunately we are down a couple, but it looks like we picked up a few more for tonight's event, so that is exciting to see. Steve McCaw trying to slide into that #1 spot. Yeah,
and we'll take a peek at the OSS standings here. The series that has come in, I believe this is their second stop at Delaware Speedway this season. Take us through. Jade Franklin sitting so far in first place.
Jade Franklin and Connor James with Two Speed Motorsports have decided to not race the rest of the season due to some penalties that were in Sauble Speedway. So your top two competitors are out of the running. So that leaves it wide open for everybody else, as well as Austin Seaburn, also a member of that team. Those three cars will not be in attendance tonight, and it sounds like for the rest of the season as well.
All right, one big thing that you think tonight's going to bring for these fans watching here live and joining us on Rogers TV?
I think that you're going to see lots of movement in these bone stocks. I'm interested to see what Matt Langford's going to do, being put into another car last minute. Had his car out in practice. I think it's motor issues that have taken that team out of their car and into another one. So graciously, in what was the 6 machine is now labeled as the 03. And we'll have to see if the heat affects anybody else. You see it there on your screen. That's Matt Langford getting ready to line up. And then we will touch base on the rest of the series as we get rolling here tonight.
That's right. We'll step aside for a quick break. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Hi, Steve McCaw here. Welcome to the 2026 race season. On behalf of my team here at Ray Cullen Chevrolet Buick GMC, we're excited about another great year.
You should drive by Ray today. Family owned for over 60 years, McCall Racing has helped shape Canadian short track racing. Custom built chassis, expert repairs, in-house parts, and unmatched support. Our legacy is built where it matters most, on the track. McCall Racing, built on experience. Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Check it out. Now, more Ontarians qualify for the Ontario Electricity Support Program. You could get a monthly on-bill credit of $35 or more. Apply at oesp.ca.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Just about to get ready for heat races. First, we'll send it down to Jeremy McGrady.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I am joined here by the modified division here and racer number 4 here, Steve McCaw. Steve, another Friday night here at the half mile. What's it going to be like out here on a gorgeous Friday night here at the half mile?
Yeah, another exciting night of racing out here. Track's a little bit warm right now. It's still pretty hot, so I kind of expect it to be the same as last week. Heat races, the track should be a little bit greasy. Supposed to get a little bit cooler later on though, so should be some good racing tonight.
Now, for viewers who are tuning in for the first time, talk to me about the track conditions compared to when it's a heat race and then going into the feature race here later tonight.
Well, feature obviously it gets a little bit cooler out, so the track tightens up a little bit. Also, we have a lot more fuel when we start off, so we burn off fuel. The car changes through the race. At the end of 25 laps, the car changes quite a bit. So it should be really good racing tonight, though.
Well, hopefully you find yourself in victory lane. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. We are heat racing here with the bone stocks. It is the 64 of William Clausen able to jump out to the early lead. Fothergill is right there trying to pick the bones, as well as the 71 of Jennifer Hatch. She sits in third. Take us through a bit of the rest of the field as we get going here, Kate.
Yeah, the 19 of Michael Verburn also there. You see him trying to get around Jennifer Hatch there on the outside. We've got Jake Thompson, Charlie Verhovven, Kyle Wilms, Conrad Julian, Hannah Lamont, Matt Langford, and Al Corns.
As we are now 2 laps in, it's Paul Fothergill going to lead that lap. In second, it's the 19 of Michael Verburn. As we see there, it's the cluster right in behind the leaders trying to fight for positioning. The 64, the 71 of Jennifer Hatch, the 34 is in there as well. And then on the outside of the 34 is the 27. And then 03 of Matt Langford is in there as well, trying to gain a couple of spots. As we mentioned off the top of the show, Kate, Matt Langford had to switch cars here after practice.
Yeah, so it's very interesting being thrown into another car just after practice, hoping to make it work the best you can. He's doing not a bad job. He's picked up some more positions there on the track, sitting in 5th position currently.
Sitting in 5th, as mentioned, is the 03 of Matt Langford. He is trying to get to the 34 of Jake Thompson. In behind Langford is Jennifer Hatch. And then Conrad Julian in the 27 machine, and the 14, Hannah Lamont, trying to be in that battle as well. As we have Paul Fothergill leading this pack. There's the 71, the 14, and the 27 in a 3-car battle further back in the pack. That's a great battle here on the track, Kate.
Yeah, everybody else is pretty much single file at this moment, other than that group, and then Matt Langford going to the inside of Jake Thompson. But our front 3 are just single file with about 3 to 4 car lengths in between them, and that's a great battle for the 4th position.
As this time by, Fothergill passes the stripe. It's 4 to go in heat race number 1 in the bone stock division. There we see on our screen the distance Fothergill has down the back. That's a good probably 15 to 20 car length lead. Nice close-up shot there of the 33 of Paul Fothergill. Long-time racer of this track. He knows how to turn the laps pretty quickly in any division here.
Yeah, Paul Fothergill's raced here for numerous amount of years. I think my last memory probably before bone stocks would be him in a super stock, and he also dominated in that class. So he does that everywhere he goes, it seems. This 33 machine always looking quite racy here on the track.
And there we see Verburn and Verhovven, respectively, 2nd and 3rd, as we have about a lap and a half to go here as they're down the back stretch. One more time into turn 3 is Paul Fothergill. He's out of 3, into 4, down the front stretch. Crossing the stripe, 1 to go. The white flag brought to you by McCall Racing, built on experience. Fothergill down the back one final time in heat race number 1. Into 3, just has 2 turns left to maneuver, and then down the front. Checkered flag is out. And it's Paul Fothergill with a heat race win, followed by Verburn, and then Charlie Verhovven. As we see the rest of the field, it's going to be the 03 of Matt Langford in 4th, Jake Thompson in 5th, Conrad Julian 6th, Hannah Lamont 7, Jennifer Hatch 8th, William Clausen 9th, Kyle Wilms 10th, and then Al Corns for an 11th. We'll send it down to Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I am joined by the current driver in the lead here in the modified division here in Marshall Shrank. Marshall, talk to me about the adjustments you've had to make from last week compared now here tonight.
Well, basically we just kind of got it put back together. I think we're not quite where we need to be with it, but we're close.
And with only being up on Steve McCaw by 3 points, what's going to be the key for you tonight heading into the heat race and the feature race later on tonight?
Just stay on top of the track, I guess. I'm not sure if we'll be racing in the sunlight still or if it'll be dark by the time we get out there for the feature, but we'll see.
Well, best of luck tonight and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks.
Back up.
Thank you, Jeremy. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Colin Chevrolet after this.
Ray Colin Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key. on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Colin Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Vector offers recovery and performance programs to improve your quality of life. Their active therapy approach helps with pain, mobility, and strength. Located in London, Ontario, they focus on personalized care to support your wellness journey. At The Hearing Place, we transform lives with personalized hearing care. Our exceptional audiology services and tailored treatment plans empower your journey to better hearing, ensuring compassionate support and solutions designed uniquely for you.
McCall Racing fuels the motorsports community with performance parts for circle track, dirt track, open wheel, drag racing, customs, and hot rods. Whether you're turning laps, wrenching in the pits, or just getting started, McCall Racing, built on experience.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Colin Chevrolet. There we see the pace car drop off the track. We're ready for heat race number 2 in the bone stock division. It'll be the 69C of Cody Newby leading the charge. Green flag in the air. We're racing bone stocks here at Delaware Speedway. As the 53 of Ryan Minogue is on the outside. Matt Tallman in the 27T. The 23 of Jesse Howard is there as well, with the 11 of Rob Wollaston, the 12 of Joe Kicks, the 36 of Mark Hutchinson, the 88 of Tori Robinson, the 15 of Sterling Robert, and there's some cars going around. The 23 is there as well. The 11 of Wollaston was a little loose, got shook up, but he kept it straight. Still green on the track. We'll see if Jesse can get it turned around and going. Comes to a stop, and that brings out the caution there. First caution of the night, as they were out of 3 going into 4, and there was quite a few cars that kind of got a little bunched up there, Kate.
Yeah, the 11 of Wollaston seemed to be the first one that I saw sideways, and then it looked like people started to check up and try to go here, there, and everywhere to miss it. So I think Wollaston got loose first. I'm not sure if somebody got the back of Howard or if she just checked up on the whole situation. Either way, the 23 is around in turn 4 as the safety crew goes to check on her there, seeing if she can get fired or if she needs a push. So we'll just wait to see. And it looks like she's going to need a push.
Yeah, getting a push by the safety crew there to see if it will help start up. There, momentarily, she's got some speed. See if she can keep that speed going. As there's the rest of the field under caution and behind the pace car driven by Gary Adrianson. First caution of the night. We talked about what you might think of the bone stocks. What do you think the rest of the divisions are going to give the crowd here and those watching on Rogers TV? What kind of show are they going to give them tonight, Kate?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to see how the modifieds run after last week. I think there was a lot of carnage and a lot of wrecked race cars at the end of the night. Some of those wrecks were a little bit scary to see with no fenders and open wheels. Definitely a little bit different when they touch or they do a little bit of rubbing. It ends up totally different. So we're down a few cars from last week, but it looks like we picked up a couple other ones for tonight. So just interested to see if everybody plays a little bit safer than last week or if they're still going to race just as hard. And then with the OSS, we never fully know what to expect when the traveling series comes in. We're down 3 cars that are at the top of the points, and I think that the penalties from Sauble, the decision for them to not make an appearance for the rest of the season, we'll have to see what kind of impact that has. They've been dominating so far. They've won every race so far that they've had in this series. So definitely another team will be taking the checkers tonight, and we'll have to wait and see what team that's going to be. They're going to have some qualifying, and hopefully we get to chat with some more drivers later on tonight.
That's right. As the pace car drops off the track, it'll be the 53 of Ryan Minogue leading the pack to the restart. The green flag is in the air. The 53 Minogue has a great jump off that restart. He will continue to lead, followed by the 27T of Matt Tallman. He's able to pick up some spots. There's 69C of Cody Newby. He is falling behind quick on the outside. And there's into turn 3, 2 cars wide for second. And that is the 88 of Tori Robinson who makes that pass. Now he's going to go to the outside of Minogue into turn 1. He does make that pass on the outside. New leader as we go down the back. Rawlings following suit. Same with the 15 of Sterling Roberts. Then the 36 on the inside of Minogue making some passes there.
That got a little scary there. The 36 went so low, touched the grass in the corner. Coming out, I think they forgot that the pit wall's right there. That was Mark Hutchinson. He's able to run in 4th position at the moment.
There's the 69 of Mitchell Rawlings right on the back bumper of the 88 of Tori Robinson. And you can throw the 15 of Sterling Roberts in there as well. Put a blanket on them, all 3 single file. Less than a car length between all 3 of them. The race at the back is pretty intense as well, as I saw there down the front. It's the 11 of Rob Wollaston trying to almost make it 3 wide. He's going to split the middle there on the 69C of Cody Newby and make the pass back to the front. Split screen action here. Here's the leaders at the top left. Bottom right is back in the pack. What a race. The final 4 cars are halving their cake.
Yeah, Rob Wollaston kind of hung up there with everybody shuffling back on the restart, so good to see him get a few positions back. But Sterling Roberts definitely making himself known. A little bit of contact there coming out of 4, but Sterling Roberts will fall back in line and head to the outside of Tori Robertson to see if he's able to make a pass.
Yeah, into turn 1, he stepped and matched the gas, and now he's down the back, gets pulled away just a bit from the 88 into turn 3, trying to distance himself a little bit more as the 15 of Sterling Roberts, but he goes a little high out of 4, able to keep that one straight. He will be the leader across the stripe. 3 to go here in heat race number 2 of the Bone Stocks. Rawlings also trying to make the pass on Robinson on the inside down the back. He's to the rear left tire. Now he gets corner entry speed, but falls off on the exit. But it's high as the 88, so Rawlings trying to follow that through on the inside, but they stay door to door as they come into turn 1. Rawlings able to come out of turn 1 into 2nd position. The 36, Mark Hutchinson, also trying to follow suit, but it is the 88, Tori Robinson, able to shut the door so far. It is Sterling Roberts coming by the line this time by, going to lead yet another lap. That is the white flag brought to you by McCall Racing, built on experience. There's the distance, there's the gap. Say about 10 to 15 car lengths between Sterling Roberts and Mitchell Rawlings. As they come out of 3 and into 4 one final time. Checkered flag in the air. It will be Sterling Roberts, hand out the window and all, taking the heat race, followed by Mitchell Rawlings, Tori Robinson, Colin Wilms, Mark Hutchinson, Matt Tallman, Joe Kicks, Rob Wollaston, Cody Newby, Ryan Minogue, and then the 23 of Jesse Howard, I believe, did not finish that race. We'll throw it down to Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I am joined currently by Charlie Verhovven, 1st place in the standings here in the Bone Stock division. Charlie, talk to me about your heat race there tonight. Finished inside the top 3. Track conditions looking pretty good out here on a beautiful Friday night at the half mile.
Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful night. Track conditions are amazing. We started dead last and kind of found a hole in the first 2 laps and took off, and then couldn't seem to catch the 19 or the 33.
Now, obviously, with the temperature cooling off later tonight, what's going to be the key for you heading into the feature race?
I don't really know. Car's good, but not exactly where I want it to be. But I mean, during the feature, it'll get a little cooler and the track will tighten up a little bit. But we'll just play by ear, see how it goes.
Hopefully you find yourself in victory lane. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. We'll step aside. We'll have more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Check it out. Now, more Ontarians qualify for the Ontario Electricity Support Program. You could get a monthly on-bill credit of $35 or more. Apply at oesp.ca.
At The Hearing Place, we transform lives with personalized hearing care. Our exceptional audiology services and tailored treatment plans empower your journey to better hearing, ensuring compassionate support and solutions designed uniquely for you.
McCall Racing fuels the motorsports community with performance parts for circle track, dirt track, open wheel, drag racing, customs, and hot rods. Whether you're turning laps, wrenching in the pits, or just getting started, McCall Racing, built on experience.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Getting ready for the green flag. Heat race number 3 in the bone stock division. It is the 99 of Chad Prue, who was the pole car in the live timing, but it is the 34M of Corey LaPointe taking the lead. But Prue down the back, able to take the lead right back. There's on our screen the race for second. It's the 93 R of Race Meyer pulling into second. The 34M is falling very quickly off the pace there. As we come by the line, it's Chad Prue who leads the first lap.
We got John Clausen, Brady Udman, Brian Verhoeven, Len Sterrett, Cassie Howard, Nathan Rea, and Justin Culver also in this heat race.
Down the back, the drivers go. It's Chad Prue leading the way, followed closely by the 93R of Race Meyer. There's the battle between the 71 of John Clausen and the 93 of Brady Udman. And cars around, Nathan Rea goes into the inside wall. Culver involved in that as well. Just on the front stretch, Culver trying to get himself turned around. Cannot in time, so the caution will come out. Not too sure exactly what transpired there, but Culver luckily able to get that car spun around, and it looks like not too worse for wear, able to get that back up to speed. But that'll bring the pack back together on a restart here. 2 laps complete here in this heat race number 3.
Yeah, just caught the tail end of that, so I'm not really sure what transpired before, but there's definitely some contact near the end there with Culver and Rea.
Jordan, see if you can see if there's any damage to the left front.
So we are under caution here, 2 laps into heat race number 3 in the bone stock division.
So the 26
as they're trying to gain and put everybody back in the proper positions. It'll be Rea and Culver obviously joining the back, being involved in the incident. We got 1 to go here under caution left. Lights are off the pace car here at Delaware Speedway. That will dip off the track out of turn 3. Cars are doubled up. It'll be Chad Prue leading the charge during this restart. We'll see exactly what can happen there.
Race Meyer's on the outside. Second row consists of John Clausen and Brian Verhoeven. And then third row, Len Sterrett, Brady Udman. Fourth row, Cassie Howard, Nathan Rea, and then Corey LaPointe and Justin Culver. So it looks like Rea and Culver wanting to take the outside there and hopefully not get hung up. But it seems like LaPointe's just a little bit off the pace so far.
As the green flag is back, we're racing here. Chad Prue, Race Meyer, door to door, side by side as they enter turn 1. Out of 1 and into 2. Race Meyer on corner exit out of turn 2 down the back. Just has a nose and he's able to get through. And as well the 91 of Brian Verhoeven following suit. Passing Chad Prue in the 99. Prue goes from first to third on that restart, and the one of Len Sterrett also making the pass on the outside, putting Prue into fourth. Race Meyer and Brian Verburn side by side into turn 2 down the back. That is a tight race. Len Sterrett trying to put his machine into that race as well. Prue on the outside looking to make it a 4-car battle there. Out of 4 down the front, side by side. Race Meyer by a nose will have the lead on that lap. 6 to go that time by.
It's been a good battle. Brian Verburn is definitely making Race Meyer work on that outside. And in 5th and 6th, battled back with Nathan Rea and Justin Culver so far.
There's the battle. Verburn gets a little loose, able to keep that straight. It's Race Meyer leading another lap, halfway through, 5 to go. Heat race number 3 in the Bone Stock Division here at the half mile on a beautiful Friday night. There's Len Sterrett and Brian Verburn. That's the battle for second. It was 3 wide down the back with Rea, Prue, and Culver. There it is on our screen right now. Culver trying to make a charge on the outside of Rea. He does. He'll put himself into fourth. Rea shuts the door on Prue. He'll stand 5th at this point. There it is, single file. Race Meyer gets a little loose out of 2. Down the back, Verburn trying to make that count and make the pass. Into turn 3, side by side. Corner exit, still side by side. Verburn able to get a nose ahead. Out of 4, down the front. Across the stripe, it'll be Verburn who leads that lap. 3 to go this time by. This race has proven to be something special here tonight, Kate.
Yeah, side by side is a fun thing to watch in these both stocks. We'll have to see if they're able to do the same kind of feature time. Justin Culver, I think maybe his live timing and scoring's just out. He's being shown a lap down, but right now on track, sitting in the 4th position.
2 to go that time by the stripe. It is the 91 of Brian Verburn still in the lead. Gets a little squirrely out of 2, goes up high. That'll make the pass for Len Sterrett on the inside. 3 wide down the back. That is Culver and Race Meyer. Nathan Rea gets involved in that as well. 4 cars all bunched together trying to chase Len Sterrett there. My goodness, that's the white flag out. 1 to go, brought to you by McCall Racing, built on experience. Down the back, Justin Culver into 2nd. There's the race for 3rd, 4th, and 5th respectively with Race Meyer, Verburn, and Rea. Rea on the inside of Verburn, trying to make the pass out of 3. And into 4. Here comes to the line. Culver making a push. And it looks like it'll be Len Sterrett by a nose. My goodness, what a heat race that was, Kate. Can you believe it?
Yeah, so we'll have to see if they score Culver in the 2nd position. It's not showing that on live timing and scoring, but he's 2nd on the track, giving a good push there at the start-finish line. Race Meyer, Brian Verburn, Nathan Rea, Chad Prue, Brady Udman, Cassie Howard, John Klassen, and Corey LaPointe.
All right, as we see Len Sterrett drive into victory lane, we'll send it down to Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Kate and Kyle. I am joined by Hannah Lamont, driver of the 14 orange and black machine. Hannah, you ran yourself a clean heat race there. Take me through it.
Well, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't easy. I definitely had a lot of competitors. I got to give a huge credit to the 19 and the 8, Charlie Verhovven. Oh my gosh, those guys, they went on the high side of me and I just sunk in right behind them. I couldn't believe it. We all stuck it going through that turn. We were like, I think 3 wide. We were all just in there, all bunched up, and that was the most fun of my life. Like, I love that kind of action, just being close to each other, just racing side by side and cleanly. And I gotta say, huge congrats to Len Sterrett for winning the last heat race. Congrats, Len! And oh my gosh, I can't believe this car is running well. We had some terrible luck last week, but we're out here and we're gonna kick some butt.
Hopefully you find yourself into the top 10 tonight and maybe even in victory lane. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much, I hope so.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. We'll be back. More Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Collins Chevrolet. Delaware Speedway's 2026 merch is live online and ready to go, and it ships fast. Hit up the shop at delawarespeedway.com/shop or click the merchandise link right on the homepage. Stay fresh this season and show some love for your favorite local track. We get ready for modified heat race, the 5-car field. Ryan Dick in the 88, the 22 of Marshall Shrank, the 4 of Steve McCaw, the 3 of Jay Cox, and then the 2 of Dylan Penny. Great to see these cars some of them able to get back on the track after last week.
Yeah, last week Marshall Shrank had some issues there on the right side, so they're fixed up and back out there.
We're green flag racing, 10 laps to scheduled distance. It was Ryan Dick was the lead car, but quickly Marshall Shrank shot out of a cannon down the back. And there's the 3 of Jay Cox picking the outside as well. Past Ryan Dick. Shrank leading the first lap. Followed by Jay Cox. Then Steve McCaw in the 4. And then it is the 88 of Ryan Dick and then the 2 of Dylan Penny. There's the leaders, Shrank and Cox. Across the line, Steve McCaw in third. He's trying to make some time up.
Jay Cox was so fast in practice, and I expect nothing less come heat race or feature race time. He's going to give these guys a battle. Marshall Shrank had a great lead, but Cox is just taking that away lap after lap.
Yes, Jay Cox running a faster lap that time by than Marshall Shrank, closing that distance. Like you said, Kate, my goodness, Jay Cox has this car absolutely tuned in and ready to go here on a Friday night, as he's now going to dip to the inside in turn 1, looking to make the pass. Shrank able to keep that lead out of 2 down the back. Cox again looks to go to the inside, thinks different of it as Shrank drops down a bit to play defense. Shrank will lead again halfway through, 5 to go that time by Shrank, the nearest of leads here over the 3 of Jay Cox. Down the back. We'll see if the 3 has any moves here in the last 4 laps as they go by the Shrank this time.
Yeah, in the heat races, you just want to make sure you have a car for the feature. So they're doing just that. Yes, you want to win. Jay Cox being a little bit conservative. That is your points leader in first place right now, and that is the 22 of Marshall Shrank. But Jay Cox going to take another look to the inside.
There's the 2 of Dylan Penny pulling into the pits down the back. So his crew will go probably hard to work on that car to see if they can get it ready for the feature. There's the shot of our leaders. The 22 of Marshall Shrank, the 3 of Jay Cox. And then as we see there into turn 1, it's the 4 of Steve McCaw sitting in third. We have about a lap and a half to go as they go down the back stretch. Jay Cox playing it a little bit conservative here. As you mentioned, Kate, they want a car to run in the feature. We'll see if Cox makes the move here on the inside. That's the white flag. 1 to go. Brought to you by McCall Racing, built on experience. Down the back one final time. We'll see what Jay Cox has for Marshall Shrank. They're in and now out of 3 and into turn 4. Cox going to the inside. Marshall Shrank able to hold him off. He'll take the heat race there. Followed by Jay Cox, Steve McCaw, Ryan Dick in the 88. As will come in fourth, and then Dylan Penny not finishing as he pulled off into the pits before the end of that race. As now we'll have some time, we'll send it back down to Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Kyle and Kate. I am joined now by Justin Culver. Now, Justin, during the drivers' meeting, you very nicely offered myself and my cameraman, Kyle, a peanut butter cookie, quite delicious. Who made them, and why are they the best peanut butter cookies that I've ever had?
Ah, well, you see, they were made by my mom. She makes the best cookies in the racetrack. Yeah, it was a pretty good time.
Now, in your heat race there, you had a bit of a spin, but we think you got yourself into second position by the time the checkered came out. How did that heat race go for you?
We had a little kerfuffle down there in turn 4, but by golly, that caught me by surprise. But once we got everything turned around, off we went to the races, see? Yeah.
And hopefully you find yourself in victory lane tonight, sir. Best of luck.
Absolutely, thank you, see?
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Collins Chevrolet after this.
Ray Collins Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Collins Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
You're watching Rogers TV. With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
You're watching.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Collins Chevrolet. Watching from home? Make plans to experience it live. Delaware Speedway is racing every Friday night, May through September, and there's nothing like short track action under the lights. Check the schedule, grab your tickets, and get all the details at DelawareSpeedway.com. Bring the family, feel the energy, and be a part of the excitement right here at your local track. We get ready for the OSS group qualifying here at Delaware Speedway. This is a touring class. Some drama type of stuff happening in this class. The two top point getters in the division with Two Speed Motorsports, as well as another driver deciding to not race the rest of the season. So what do you think we might be able to see here tonight, Kate?
Well, first off, we've got green on the speedway, so we will keep track of their laps here just to see how fast these guys are going. It's like any series, Kyle. Sometimes just some penalties drivers don't feel are fair for what's going on, and that's a debate between them and the officials, right? We see it at multiple tracks and multiple divisions. And it happens across motorsports everywhere. There's always something going on and parts moving. So I would love to see them back in action somewhere. That young driver, Seaburn, he was a great time to talk to last time the OSS were here. So definitely hoping those drivers all the best of luck, and I hope to see them back out with A Series, if not OSS, somewhere else.
That's right, as we have the first group of qualifiers here. It's the 80 of Jordan Wilms so far leading the board. Then it's Aiden McMillan, Kyle is Eyesteed, and then James Mornsey. The car's on the track right now. The 80 of Jordan Wilms running sub 20 second laps here, looking real fast.
Yeah, Wilms at the top, and then McMillan is currently sitting in the second position. We'll have to see if anybody else is able to put up any fast times here or best laps before this qualifying is over. It looks like they've got 5 laps each in their group qualifying in order to see if they can make something happen. The 6 is off the track and only completed 3 laps. and is currently in the 4th spot.
Jordan Wilms goes that time by, still in the lead. Aiden McMillan not able to get close to him, so it'll be Wilms so far holding the pole position through the first group, and we'll send it down to Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I am joined here by bone stock driver of the 69 machine, Mitchell Rawlings. Mitchell, ran yourself a pretty clean heat race there. Take me through how that went for you.
Yeah, it was good. We started in the back. I knew the cars that were around me were pretty quick too, so we had to follow them through the field. And then once I got up to the 88, the car popped out of gear, so we lost a couple tenths there, but we were still able to fight back to P2. So pretty good heat race, and we're going to see where it puts us in the feature here.
Now talk to me about the feature race. What's going to be the key for you? Obviously trying to fight through the field and get yourself up into victory lane by the end of the race.
Yeah, key is always just consistent lap times. You know, there's always guys that will go fast. That's one lap, but you got to just keep being consistent, you know, and just keep trying to lay down and hit your marks, and that'll get you to the front.
Well, hopefully you find yourself in victory lane. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. We see group number 2 coming out in this OSS group qualifying. Right now, through the first 4 cars, it's Jordan Wilms in the 80 leading the way with a best lap of 20.803 seconds, and then it's Aiden McMillan at 20.986. And then Kyle Isted at 21.370, and then James Mornsey, who only completed 3 laps there, at 22.494. So we'll see exactly what the second group has to offer, Kate.
Yeah, they're going to get 1 to go this time by, and then we'll get some qualifying in for them. Caden Patrick in this qualifying session, as well as the 19 of Kevin Trevlin. You see Trevlin's vehicle on track there. They're going to start to wind up down the backstretch in order to get some speed here and take this first lap as fast as they possibly can. Also on the track, Sean McLean and Tim Tolan, sorry.
The green flag is out, so now these cars will get up to speed here, trying to post some good fast times in qualifying, as we see the 86 of Caden Patrick. His first lap, 20.407, so he's
in second because Kevin Trevlin took the top of the board with his first lap about a tenth quicker. Sean McGlynn, and now in the 19-second range. So they're just getting faster as we go through qualifying, which is typically what happens. We'll see the speeds pick up as we go on.
There we see the 9 of Sean McGlynn go finish his second lap. Just a little bit over his first lap, but he'll still hold first spot through qualifying so far, as he was the only one right now to get sub 20 into that 19-second range. He is also very familiar with this track here at Delaware Speedway. Kate's in our notes we got from a good friend of yours that you know, is saying that he's one of the ones to watch out here at Delaware Speedway, as he's one that can run this track very well.
Yeah, Sean McGlynn normally has a pretty good run here at Delaware. As well in this group is Caden Patrick. Sometimes he runs our V8 stock class here with that car. No breakout time tonight, so you can go as fast as you want. He's currently sitting in the 3rd spot. He just finished his last lap. He will remain in the 3rd spot so far through qualifying. So Sean McGlynn at the top, Kevin Trevlin, Caden Patrick, Tim Tolan, your top 4.
So there we go. There was the second group of the OSS group qualifying here at Delaware Speedway. We see the 9 of Sean McGlynn pull off. Group 3 rolling out here as the OSS series, as mentioned, a traveling series. This is their second stop here at Delaware Speedway this year, as we see the 15 and the 08 in this field.
15 of Mike Hernia Senior making his final racing start tonight. He was part of the debut of OSS in the 2007 series, so it'll be very interesting to see if he can stay retired this time.
Yes, it'll be something to go. And then the 08.
The 08 of Ricky Wilger. And then the 25 of Cooper Albertine is on the track. And the 52 of Donovan Clark. You might have recognized Jordan Wilms' name here on Rogers, as he was a bone stock driver at Delaware Speedway in previous seasons, as well as the 52 on the track of Donovan Clark.
There is green flag for this group here in the OSS qualifying. As they get the green flag, they will get up to speed. There is the 08 of Ricky Wilger. We'll see the 15 of Mike Hernia Senior cross the stripe for the first time. He runs a 20.369. Ricky Wilger, 20.903. Cooper Albertine, a 20.531. So nobody has got...
Nobody's targeting the top of the board just yet. Oh, as I say that, Mike Hernia Senior to the top of the board.
Hernia Senior showing why he knows what he's doing, getting to the top of the board with a 19.915. Followed by Sean McGlynn, who has run already. Cooper Albertine rounding out the top 5, who's currently on the track.
Donovan Clark up to the 4th spot. That time by. White flag on the speedway. Cooper Albertine up to the 3rd position. Donovan Clark has another good lap. Mike Hernia Senior just put up his fastest time at 19.903. And so far at the top of the board, we've only got one driver just crossing the stripe now to finish that qualifying loop, and that was Donovan Clark. So right now, your top 5, Mike Hernia Senior, and then Sean McGlynn, Donovan Clark, Cooper Albertine, and Kevin Trevlin are your top 5.
As we get ready for what I think is the last group here for the OSS group qualifying. It is the 02 of Brendan Patrick out in this class, the 38 of Derek McCullough, the 8 of Chad McGlynn, the 47 of Sean Mangin will be the last car in this field, as the 15 and the 08 pull off the back after their round of qualifying. The white flag has flown, so these cars will get the green flag next time by the stripe, and this group will see if anybody can knock off Mike Hernia Senior, who has the best time of 19.903. So there it is, the green flag, and it will be the 02 of Brendan Patrick as the lead car in this group.
And I'll just make note that in the 47, we did hear that there could be a driver's change. It has been now updated on Race Monitor, and it is Todd Shepard in that 47 machine.
Thank you, Kate, for that update. As we see here, nobody able to get to that 19.903 mark as of yet. So it's still Mike Hernia Senior in the lead. Middle of the standings are changing as these cars on the track are running some pretty fast times here, trying to shoot up the standings. Todd Shepard running in the top 5.
Brendan Patrick to the top of the board with a 19.884 on the 2nd lap of his qualifying. Todd Shepard into the 3rd spot with a 19.954.
There we go. The OSS showing some very fast speeds here on the half mile. Brendan Patrick testing his best lap at 19.792. Mike sorry, that's Todd Shepard into second now. Drops Mike Hernia Senior into third.
Derek McCullough in the 7th spot with 1 lap to go. Chad McGlynn currently sitting in the 10th.
Here we go. This will be Brendan Patrick's final lap. He will stay at the top. The 38 of Derek McCullough in 7th. The 8 of Chad McGlynn staying in 10th. And then Todd Shepard as well staying in 2nd. So what a great group qualifying session we saw there, Kate, out of the OSS division.
Yeah, group qualifying ends with Brendan Patrick at the top, Todd Shepard, Mike Herniak, Sean McGlynn, Donovan Clark, Cooper Albertine, Derek McCullough, Kevin Trevelyan, Ricky Wilger, Chad McGlynn, that's your top 10. Then Caden Patrick, Tim Tolan, Jordan Wilms, Aidan McMillan, Kyle Instead, and James Muncie. That's your 16 cars in your qualifying order.
Awesome. We'll have some time. We're going to send it down to Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Kate and Kyle. I am joined now by Mike Hernia Senior. Mike, you're going to be driving 3rd here tonight after that qualifying session. Going to be your last night here out at the half mile. Take me through this night and what it means to you.
You know what? I started racing cars in '85. And I got to race against the best stock car drivers this country had to produce, plus some of the guys in the States. Been all over North America. Very lucky guy. Surrounded by just great people. An emotional day for me, knowing that this is going to be the last one. Shout out to my son. He's in Gatlinburg with all his boys for a bachelor party. And my daughter Sam, that's watching at home. But the crew guys, all the people that stood behind me all these years, it's been cool, man. It's been great.
Now, obviously, being 100 lap feature race here tonight at the half mile, what's going to be the key for you here in your last race to maybe get one last victory lane?
You know what? I haven't done 100 laps in probably 4 years. It's going to be tough. It's warm tonight. We got a good car, brand new motor. It's got 1 race on it, so I think if I can keep the race car under me, be smart, and maybe you'll see us at the end. It'd be a great way to end this.
Well, hopefully you find yourself that way. Best of luck tonight.
Okay, thanks so much. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. We have some time. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Family owned for over 60 years, McCall Racing has helped shape Canadian short track racing. Custom built chassis, expert repairs, in-house parts, and unmatched support. Our legacy is built where it matters most, on the track. McCall Racing, built on experience. Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Check it out. Now, more Ontarians qualify for the Ontario Electricity Support Program. You could get a monthly on-bill credit of $35 or more. Apply at oesp.ca.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Delaware Speedway's 2026 merch is live online and ready to go, and it ships fast. Hit up the shop at delawarespeedway.com/shop or click the merchandise link right on the homepage. Stay fresh this season and show some love for your favorite local track. We are through heat races and group qualifying for the respective divisions. We'll send it down to Jeremy. He's there with an interview.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I am joined now here by Matt Langford in the bone stock division. Matt, you had to make a late change going from your regular car to a backup car here tonight. Take me through what happened on your regular car and how your backup's going tonight.
Well, we went out there in the second practice, and the car felt like it was shifting out of gear. I don't know if it was the synchros going or it started to rev really high, so I brought it in, and it looks like we popped a motor in it. So I was lucky enough that Chris Lawrence brought a spare car here tonight that he was going to run, and I can't thank him enough for giving me the 6 car to run to keep us in the points.
Well, obviously, heading into the feature race tonight, not in a vehicle that you're overly used to, what's going to be the key tonight? Maybe find yourself in victory lane by the end of the night.
Well, I think I asked for a little bit of a booster seat so I can see a little better and just go drive the wheels off it.
Hopefully you'll find yourself in victory lane. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, so as a driver, is it tough? Obviously, you're used to your own car, having to switch to one that you haven't really run. You've now run a heat race in it. How tough is it to get maybe into a mindset of, I can race this car, even though it's not the one I'm used to?
You have to go out and just drive the car, especially when you're in points like Matt Langford. He's sitting in the 2nd position, and he's got to keep going. He's got to contend every night. He's been so consistent so far, and I say it all the time that consistency is what wins championships. He doesn't need to park it in victory lane every night. He just needs to be consistent every night, and he's done that so far. So for him to hop in that car and just go drive it and just have the mindset of he's got to contend well is something that he has to do. The only thing is that being as so vertically challenged as I am, hopping in another car is not always easy for everybody, right? You got to think about how much taller the other driver is. But if Chris Lawrence was in that car, Matt Langford and him are about the same height, so I'm sure that it was an easy switch, and Matt made the heat race look easy enough for him. So that's a great thing for him, and I hope he does well the rest of the night and can bounce back from a motor early in the day and just have the mindset of, like, I got to get this done.
All right, and then as we head into the open-wheeled modifieds, the 3 of Jay Cox, haven't seen him out here this season, but he's made a return to the track here. What do you think he's going to give this division in seems of a different look type of deal?
Well, he'll definitely be racy, and he'll be there at the end to contend. He's always been a great driver. I've watched him for many years driving out here at Delaware. So Jay Cox is always a contender and will contend directly to the end. It's just like Mike Hernia Senior coming out and running Mike Hernia Jr.'s car, right? He's stepping back in the seat, and he says this is the final time, but I have heard that from him before, so we'll see if it's the final time or if Junior's got to go do something else, if he can convince Dad a couple more times to get back in. But really great that he's ending it here at Delaware. He's raced here many years, along with some family members, and it's just great that he wanted to end it here at Delaware.
That's right. So we'll step aside. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Vector offers recovery and performance programs to improve your quality of life. Their active therapy approach helps with pain, mobility, and strength. Located in London, Ontario, they focus on personalized care to support your wellness journey. At The Hearing Place, we transform lives with personalized hearing care. Our exceptional audiology services and tailored treatment plans empower your journey to better hearing, ensuring compassionate support and solutions designed uniquely for you.
McCall Racing fuels the motorsports community with performance parts for circle track, dirt track, open wheel, drag racing, customs, and hot rods. Whether you're turning laps, wrenching in the pits, or just getting started, McCall Racing, built on experience.
Welcome back. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Watching from home? Make plans to experience it live. Delaware Speedway is racing every Friday night, May through September, and there's nothing like short track action under the lights. Check the schedule, grab your tickets, and get all the details at DelawareSpeedway.com. Bring the family, feel the energy, and be a part of the excitement right here at your local track. We are just waiting to get to feature racing here. We're going to send it down to Jeremy.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I'm currently joined by the driver of the 17 machine in the bone stock division, Colin Wilms. Colin, currently 5th in the points. What's the track conditions out here tonight? Feature race, the temperature has considerably cooled off since the clouds have rolled in. What's it going to be like heading into the feature?
Yeah, well, to see what that does to the grip. Practice was a little tight. Heat race felt really good. So we'll see what comes with the feature.
Now, obviously, for viewers at home who are watching for the first time, what's it like out there on the track heading into turns 1 and 2, where it's a little more wider compared to 3 and 4, where it gets a little bit tighter?
Well, 1 and 2, the entry is a lot tighter, and you're coming in with a lot more speed out of 4, so it's quite an abrupt change. And then it's kind of the opposite coming in here. You got a little bit more room, and you're not quite as fast entering. So it's kind of different on both ends of the track, but just get a good rhythm and go from there.
And then what's going to be the key tonight heading into the feature race?
Top 5, I think. We're starting 11th, and a bunch of fast cars already ahead of us, so that's going to be the goal, is the top 5 tonight.
Hopefully you find yourself in victory lane. Best of luck tonight, Colin.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jeremy. And we want to take time to say thank you to everybody watching on Rogers TV and those that are able to make it out to the track as well. Kate, we have some special fans here in attendance tonight.
Yeah, I heard that there's fans that have come from England, from Essex, England, that are in attendance at Delaware Speedway tonight, as well as we did have some nice guests at the track that normally do watch from home, but they decided to come and enjoy the action here as well from Windsor. So nice to just meet people around the Speedway and get to know them. I have a little friend that was very excited when she turned on her TV that she saw Kate on TV. So hi, Mila, and I hope that you're enjoying the racing from home tonight. We'll see you next week at the track.
All right, and we have the OSS series here, obviously the touring series, racing 100 laps. As a driver, what's it like to be behind the wheel of a race car for 100 laps?
Well, I'm really glad that some of these clouds rolled in for them and it's cooled off a bit. That'll definitely help the drivers inside the car, but it's going to get hot regardless. The motor's going to heat up and that car's going to be hot. So definitely just making sure that consistency on the track, as well as just hitting your marks, making sure that if you're at the back, you're taking a car lap. If you're in the middle of the pack, that you're being consistent enough that you're staying close enough to the leader, you can make that charge to the end. So it's just going to be a plan that the driver's going to have, knowing where they're starting, and go from there.
All right, the cars are on the track. We will start feature racing with the open-wheeled modifieds. It will be 25 laps, the scheduled distance here once they get the green flag. Under caution speed right now. They're getting the double-up signal there. It looks like the 88 of Ryan Dick will be the lead car out of there. And then on the inside of that row is the 4 of Steve McCaw. And then the second row will be the 3 of Jay Cox. And then the 22 of Marshall Shrank. And then bringing up the rear of the field is the 2 of Dylan Penny.
Again, we're missing some contenders that have been out here weekly, and really unfortunate to see, but we are missing Adam Evenson, Dave Mathers, as well as Wally Wilson with some electrical issues. The other two were involved in a big wreck last week. So we do wish those teams well. We hope that they are able to make it back to the Speedway in some good time or before the end of the season. But these cars cost money, and they take a lot to run. So I wish the best to both those teams.
That's right. As we look at the scoreboard, they have shaved 5 laps off this feature race, so it'll be 20 laps, the scheduled distance here in the open-wheeled modified division here at Delaware Speedway. The lights are off the pace car here at the track. That means it will dip off the track out of turn 3, and then it will be the 88 of Ryan Dick leading the charge out of 4, looking to the flag stand. Green flags are in the air. We're racing here with the modifieds. It is Steve McCaw trying to get out to the early lead on the outside. In behind him is the 22 of Shrank. They are going to take off like out of a cannon.
Yeah, it almost was like the 88 had a stunner start there at the start-finish line, trying to get going. McCaw had to respect the fact that he was the control car, had to wait to the backstretch in order to make any sort of move. So those 3 cars go to the high side. McCaw, Shrank, Cox is the running order for those top 3. And we expected those three to be near the front.
That's right. It is the 4 of McCaw, 22 of Marshall Shrank right in behind him. And then I use air quotes, quote unquote, new guy, Jay Cox. Not so new to this track. He knows what he's doing in a race car. But it is I believe the first time we've seen him out here in the Open Modifieds this season. But he is sitting in third right now. McCaw crossing the stripe. He has the lead, followed by Marshall Shrank, and then Jay Cox. There it is on your screen, down the back. About a 2-car length lead in between first and second, and then in third as well. Shrank into the turns. He's gaining some speed on him. Jay Cox kind of slides up into 4, and that puts him a little bit behind, as he'll have to try and gain speed there. Down the back, there's the leaders. Steve McCaw, Marshall Shrank. Into turn 3, and now into 4, out of 4, and down the front. 15 to go that time by.
Something has to be wrong on Jay Cox's machine. He really fell off the pace, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that car come in. Ryan Dick is slow on the backstretch. He's limping it into the infield as well. But yeah, something just seems off with the 3 machine. But McCaw and Shrank definitely having a good battle there at 1 and 2.
That's right, as McCaw and Shrank have had good battles in previous weeks in the open wheel modified division, as they are bumper to bumper here down the front. It is 13 to go that time by. Steve McCaw playing some good defense in front of Shrank at the moment. Down the back, Shrank content so far to stay single file with 12 to go this time by. McCaw will lead yet another lap. As you mentioned, the 3 of Jay Cox, something must have shifted in that car, because he has fallen a bit off the pace. Our leaders are on the screen down the back another time. Into turn 3. Shrank right there on the rear bumper of McCaw. Across the stripe, it's 11 to go this time by, as they go out of 1 and into 2 and down the back.
They've also got a tight points battle between the 2 of them. Came into the night with 3 points difference. I'm thinking it's probably like 4 or 5 now, but still so crazy. These 2 drivers are racing so hard, and they're so fast.
We'll see if Shrank has a move in the arsenal here, as they're halfway through. It's now 9 to go that time by the line. McCaw just leading lap after lap here. Playing some pretty good defense in front of Shrank. Shrank getting into the rear bumper. Still single file. 8 to go that time by. There they are down the back once again. Let's say about less than a car length lead for McCaw over Shrank. Shrank able to gain that speed and that positioning in and out of the turns. Steve McCaw on the straightaway is able to kind of pull away a little bit more. We'll see exactly what Marshall Shrank has here in the remaining 6 and a little bit laps.
Yeah, Steve McCaw in that Ray Cullen machine was able to take the feature last week, but he said that wasn't the way he wanted to do it. He's looking to race his way there. He is 6 laps away from hopefully doing so.
As they go down the back once more here at Delaware Speedway on a Friday night. Shrank trying to look for an open line, hoping Steve McCaw misses a spot in and out of a turn, but Steve McCaw doing a great job hitting his marks and making sure he's where he needs to be in order to keep the lead.
Yeah, he's just got to keep controlling that bottom line there and really closing that door on the inside. He's doing a great job.
4 to go that time by as they enter turn 1. Now they're into turn 2, out of 2, down the back. The gap has widened just a little bit between McCaw and Shrank. As they're out of 4, they come across. It's 3 to go at the line. Steve McCaw doing a great job running the line he needs in order to keep this lead. He's distanced himself to about 2 car lengths, but as mentioned, Shrank on those turn entries and exits able to make up a little bit of that gap, but McCaw on the straights able to pull away that much further.
Yeah, McCaw putting in a little bit of a gap, and that's what he's hoping for in his mirror coming this time around.
As they're out of 4, they look to the flag stand. They see it, the white flag. 1 to go. It's brought to you by McCall Racing, built on experience. Down the back, one final time. Steve McCaw has to just hit his marks. Out of 3, and now out of 4. To the flag stand, double checkered. Steve McCaw leads and wins the open wheel modified feature race here at Delaware Speedway. And Marshall Shrank coming in second. It will be Jay Cox in third, Dylan Penny in fourth, and then Ryan Dick, who had an early exit, rounds out the field in fifth. And that was some good, clean, hard racing by this open wheel modified division.
Yeah, Steve McCaw definitely going to be happier with that win than last week.
Steve McCaw, we see him the window net down as he's drifting around the track to come to victory lane, looking to get his gear kind of loosened up and maybe off just a little bit, so he's ready to hop out of his car in victory lane. There he goes. He gives a little bit of a show to the crowd, revs the engine just a little bit, parks it in victory lane. There he is. Got a look, Steve McCaw, ready to take off his helmet and Hans device and everything, all the safety equipment from his race car. His crew in there helping him out as well. Gets the earpieces out. Trying to make sure everything is squared away before he hops out.
Sometimes it's a process.
There he comes out of the car. Slowly but surely, but he's out. There he is, Steve McCaw, winner of the open wheel modified feature race here at Delaware Speedway. Grabs the checkered flag. Gives some
Steve, 2 in a row here. Obviously, this one's got to feel better than last week.
This one feels a lot better than last week. Last week was just a bad deal, all in all. But this one feels really, really good. My team's worked really, really hard. You know, we just, yeah, it was really great.
How great is it to finally be putting it in victory lane?
It's a lot more fun than chasing. That's not as much fun as you would think. But no, it's good. We're really happy. And again, we got here earlier today, and our car was junk. And it was terrible in the heat race, but it was good in the feature. So guys did a lot of work.
Who do you want to thank here?
Everybody, APC Auto Parts, obviously, for being at Delaware, JR Excavating, Pennzoil Victory Lane, title sponsor Epic Racewear, my own sponsors, Peter Lawton Plumbing, ABC Electric, Auto Trade Sales and Leasing, Ray Cullen Chevrolet, R&S Pools Spa, Extreme Graphics, Cameron McLeod folks from Royal LePage, my family, my friends, everybody that's here.
Steve McCaw leads them all back to back here in the Epic Racewear Modified.
Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Check it out. Now, more Ontarians qualify for the Ontario Electricity Support Program. You could get a monthly on-bill credit of $35 or more. Apply at oesp.ca.
At The Hearing Place, we transform lives with personalized hearing care. Our exceptional audiology services and tailored treatment plans empower your journey to better hearing, ensuring compassionate support and solutions designed uniquely for you.
McCall Racing fuels the motorsports community with performance parts for circle track, dirt track, open wheel, drag racing, customs, and hot rods. Whether you're turning laps, wrenching in the pits, or just getting started, McCall Racing, built on experience.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Do you love watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, or do you like watching London Knights hockey on Rogers TV? Be a part of the action and come work behind the scenes. We are recruiting dedicated volunteers to join our production crew. Apply online at rogerstv.com/volunteer.
That's right, as we get a look at the Bone Stocks getting ready for their feature race here. Steve McCaw just getting his car out of victory lane, taking the open wheel modified feature. So red flag conditions as we are waiting for that and people to clear out of victory lane. Cars are once again moving here on the half mile. The Bone Stocks, a lot of cars on this track. As we see somebody waiting to get into the pace car to, I believe, maybe take some video and some social media for Delaware. But cars are rolling again here under caution. We're going to get 25 laps here in the Bone Stock division.
But the key is nobody hit the pace car. So that's a good start.
That's a great start. As we get a look, row 1 will be the 93R of Race Meyer, and then on the outside is the 33 of Paul Fothergill. And then in row 2 is the 1 of Len Starrett, and the 88.
He's got a good starting spot in that 33.
So the 88 of Torrey Robertson, the 1 of Len Starrett, the 15 of Sterling Roberts, Michael Verburn, then Mitchell Rawlings, Matt Langford, Justin Culver, Charlie Verhoeven, Colin Wilms. Like Colin said, that 10 cars ahead of him, fast cars. Brian Verburn had a great showing in the heat race. Jake Thompson, Mark Hutchinson, Nathan Rea, that's your top 15. Conrad Julian, Chad Peru, Matt Tallman, and then Hannah Lamont. Joe Kicks is 20. Brady Udman, Jennifer Hatch, Rob Wilson, Cassie Howard, Cody Newby, William Clausen, John Clausen, Kyle Wilms, Corey LaPointe, Ryan Mungu, and Jesse Howard. 31 Bone Stocks to start this race.
That's right, lights are off. The Delaware Speedway pace car. It dips off the track out of turn 3. It'll be Race Meyer, the pole car, leading the charge. Looking to the flag stand. Green flags are in the air. We're racing in the Bone Stock division. 25 laps in the feature. Race Meyer shot out of a cannon on that start. Paul Fothergill in second. There it is. Fothergill get him look to make the charge down the back right away on the inside. He is absolutely shot out of a cannon into turn 3. Has a nose ahead of Race Meyer. Now he's pulling further ahead. He will lead that lap. We are 1 lap complete here in the feature. Paul Fothergill making that charge and now leads the race here, Kate.
Yeah, Paul Fothergill getting that front row start, definitely using that to his advantage. Everybody else going to have to really work to catch Fothergill because, as we've seen in previous weeks, once he gets to that front, it's going to be real hard to catch him.
Top front 3 are single file, and then back in the pack it's 2 by 2 by 2, making for some intense racing here on the half mile. There it is. We have the 88, the 03, and the 15 all mired in a battle there. Rawlings, the 69, you can see the nose on the screen. He's trying to poke in and make himself part of that battle. We get a better shot out of 4 there of the cars, the grouping of cars there in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, from about 3 back, everybody is 2 by 2.
Down
making some moves, but Michael Verburn there on the outside, definitely making a good charge. A little bit, the car was lagging there at the beginning, but it's picked up as the race has gone on.
There it is. Michael Verburn in the 19 pulls himself into 3rd as Race Meyer is still sitting in 2nd, but Verburn is making a charge quickly, trying to gain that position. That is the battle for 2nd on our screen right now. Race Meyer looking a little bit squirrely. He's able to keep it straight, but that, as he drifts up high, it's Verburn trying to make a pass on the inside. He will, in and out of turn 1. There he is. Verhovven now into second. That puts the 93R of Race Meyer back into third. Len Starrett in behind them. Also in a battle. That's for 4th and 5th, respectively. That is Tori Robinson. He's in a battle with. But there's the 8 making a charge up the pack as well, as we get a look right there. Little loose, a little bit of contact. Len Starrett, there he is with the 8, the 15, and the 03. 4 cars all bunched together. My goodness, Kate.
Yeah, that's going to check up the high side. Matt Langford kind of gets pinned there as the one of Len Starrett got a little bit loose, and on that high side, stacked up the rest of the field.
There is the 88 of Tori Robinson and the 8 of Charlie Verhovven. And in behind Verhovven is the 15 of Sterling Roberts and the 1 of Len Starrett.
The 69 of Mitchell Rawlings just had to drop out of line and now is behind that lead pack, running in the 12th position. Just not really sure what happened, but all of a sudden was about to go down the backstretch, dropped to the inside lane, and everybody else went by, but is regained in 11th.
There's the battle there. Race Meyer, the 88 of Tori Robinson, and Charlie Verhovven all there. Sterling Roberts onto the back bumper of Verhovven. That is a big pack of cars there as we get a look. Verhovven, Race Meyer, Sterling Roberts, then the 03 of Matt Langford. We see the nose of his car in there as well on the screen. Roberts and Langford trying to get to the inside of Race Meyer and make some passes, pick up a couple of spots.
Just for perspective, that big group of cars is going into turn, well, they're coming out of turn 2 right now, and Fothergill was already going into turn 3.
Yeah, so Fothergill has picked up a massive lead here. As there we see Charlie Verhovven, him and Tori Robinson in a battle. There it is into turn 1. Great shot there out of the turn 1 camera. There is Sterling Roberts and the 03 of Matt Langford, as mentioned, driving a different vehicle because his in practice did not go the way he wanted it to. Some issues with his car there.
Yeah, that's a great run so far. That's the 15 on your screen of Sterling Roberts. He was in the 5th position. And there is Paul Fothergill entering turns 3 and 4 and just putting on a show. Mitchell Rawlings was able to get back up to 9th position.
Yeah, we saw Fothergill having to maneuver in and out of black traffic. He does so with no problems. We're back to the people trying to chase him in the middle of the pack. Rawlings making another spot up. The 17
of Colin Wilms in 11th position, trying to find the inside there of Race Meyer.
Then Culver in the 00 machine. Also, Race Meyer pushed up the track. He'll lose a couple positions. As there's Wilms and Culver battling it out. Down the back, out of turn 2. As they are maneuvering around some slower traffic out there on the track. 3 wide there as they maneuver past some lap traffic. They cross the line door to door. Culver in turn 1. He's looking to make a charge. He gets in front of Wilms there down the back. His sights are now set on the 69 of Rawlings. Wilms just trying to keep the pace with Culver as well.
Fothergill has already lapped up to the 23rd position. And he's going to be coming up on some groups of traffic here that are like 20 to 18th position next.
As we see Troy Robinson and Matt Langford, that battle with Sterling Roberts there. We see some split screen. The leader in your bottom right, that's the 33 of Paul Fothergill. Top left, a battle with Troy Robinson and Matt Langford. That's for 5th on the track. with 31 cars, sometimes they get jumbled up real quick, and good thing we have live timing and scoring, or else it might be a little bit harder to figure out where those positions are on the track.
Yeah, they're here, there, and everywhere. And like I said, Fothergill already lapping up to, I believe he is almost to the 20th position now. So he is working on Brady Oudman and Cassie Howard, which are 20 and 21. And then Hannah Lamont's just above that in the 19th position. So he's lapped up like 11 cars in this field.
There he is. Going to the high side to maneuver this lap traffic is Fothergill. There's Nathan Rea. He's getting a little bit squirrely out of 2 down the back. He keeps that straight. He gets a little high out of turn 2 and down the back. He's right in behind Justin Culver. There's Fothergill again, maneuvering the lap traffic down the back. He got to that lead quick and has not looked back and separated himself real quick from the rest of the pack. It's 4 to go as he crosses the line this time by. And there's Verhovven. There's the second place car, Michael Verhovven. As he starts to slow down, and there's a wreck in just out of 1 just before turn 2. The 23 of Jesse Howard was involved.
I think she was a late entry to that incident.
It looks like the 34M just off the screen now was involved as well. We got to look at it, Kate.
That happened right in front of Verhovven.
Yeah, so Verhovven was coming into the corner, and just look to this part of your screen. So yeah, the 34 goes around, the 53 is collected, and here you come see the 23 just check up there and lose control, sliding into the back of the 53. So
safety crew out talking to Jesse Howard, the driver of the 23. Under caution, 4 to go. So now that brings the field closer together. So we'll see if anybody has anything for Paul Fothergill, but we have another look at it. No, sorry, we're going to look at the field here on the back stretch as they parade under caution here around the track. As mentioned, Fothergill now has to get packed back up with the rest of the field. There we get a look at the 34M. Do you think anybody has something for Fothergill on a restart?
In all honesty, at this point, he has put on a show, so no. I think Verhovven might be able to hang with him there as long as he gets a good start, but I think Fothergill is just that much faster. Verhovven's like some of his lap times have been similar, but Charlie Verhovven seems a little bit off pace to them, but that could just be because he was so far behind. So we'll have to see on the restart if Charlie Verhovven, I think, might be the only one that might have something for Fothergill, if anybody.
All right, as we are under caution, we'll step aside and we'll be back with more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Definitely not the way he wanted to end his evening.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. There we get a look at the 34M on the business end of the tow truck as He was involved in an incident that took a couple of cars. About 3 were kind of what I saw from that. And then the safety crew is out there with the speed dry, trying to get the fluid off the track.
Yeah, so Corey LaPointe is on the business end of the hook. Ryan Mungu is in the pits right now, as well as Jesse Howard. Corey LaPointe went around, Mungu joined him, and then Howard overcorrected and ended up in that as well.
We are still under caution here, as I mentioned, the safety crew out of turn 1, right in the middle of the turn 1 and 2, getting the speedy dry out on the track to soak up the fluid that leaked from the wreck, as the cars are still around under caution speed here.
And you can catch all the action.
We will have 5 laps to go once we're back to green flag racing in the bone stock division. Paul Fothergill was far and away from the rest of the field. He now has to get bunched back up. As mentioned, do you think that's going to be an issue for Fothergill, or is it going to be something? His car has looked racy. Verhovven, and Sterling Roberts is there as well. Do you think any of those 3 might have something for him on this restart?
If they can stay with him off the restart, I think Verhoeven might have something for him. Verhoeven ran the fastest lap that he's ran all race, but it was on the 20th lap. So if he's got more of a long haul car that comes to him as laps go on, he may or may not have something for him, and you just kind of have to hope that Fothergill's car is going away from him. But he just had such a lead. He lapped up to the 18th place car, so he's almost made his way halfway through the pack.
Yeah, we see the safety crew out there with the blowers trying to get the speedy dry out of the racing lanes here on the half mile. That was a lot of speedy dry out there on the track between 3 cars involved in that incident. It looked like Corey LaPointe, he was the only one that looked like had to be on the business end of a hook, but the other 2 cars, I believe, are still in the pits, being tended to by their crews, as well as Jesse Howard lost the rear bumper of her machine. And we're still under.
All 3 cars are in the pits.
And then we smash
Good showing by Matt Langford, getting his car up to the 6th position so far. Like we said before we started racing tonight, he was sitting 2nd in points. He's just been so consistent. That consistency has gotten him where he is. Verburn's won a feature. Fothergill's won a feature. A lot of the guys around him there, Charlie Verhoeven. So good on Matt Langford hanging in there in points by just being consistent on the track.
That's right. We will step aside once again. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Welcome back back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. The cars are doubled up. 5 laps to go here in the bone stock feature. It's a shootout. Kate, take us through the top 10.
Paul Fothergill leading this race so far. Michael Verburn, Charlie Verhoeven, Sterling Roberts, Tori Robertson in your top 5. Matt Langford, Mitchell Rawlings, Justin Culver, Nathan Rea, Colin Wilms, Len Starrett, and Race Meyer will be your top 12.
As they're going down the back here, the pace car lights are off. It will dip off the track out of turn 3. It'll be Paul Fothergill leading the charge out of 4, looking to the flag stand. We are back to green flag racing in the bone stocks. Verburn gets a good push from Sterling Roberts, and on the inside rather was Verhoeven making a pass. It looks like they like the start potentially here. So Verburn gets a push. There's the battle for second, 3 wide with Fothergill, Verhoeven, and Sterling Roberts. My goodness. Went 3 wide out of 3 and into 4. But that push from the outside gave Verburn what he needed to get past Fothergill right now. It is Verhoeven and Fothergill, the battle for second. Fothergill pulls away. Verhoeven gets in line. Looks to go down to the inside. Looking to make a pass. Side by side at the line is Fothergill and Verhoeven. Verburn in first. Verhoeven pulls away out of turn 2 down the back. Fothergill there in third. There's the look, the top 3. Verburn, Verhoeven, Fothergill.
Such a weird start. He went to go, and then it was like he almost missed the shift. Car just went dog, so quiet at the start-finish line, and then everybody went around. He was able to get up to speed, still sitting in the 3rd position.
There it is, single file. There's Fothergill. He's going to chase down Verhoeven for second. Verhoeven's chasing down Verburn for first. They're out of 4. They're across the line. The white flag is in the air. That is brought to you by McCall Racing, built on experience. Down the back one final time in the bone stock feature. Michael Verburn looking for a victory. Verhoeven trying to give him something here in the late stages. Out of 4. Verburn will take the double checkers, and then it is Verhoeven and Fothergill third. Kate, take us through the rest of it.
Sterling Robertson 4th. Matt Langford rounds out the top 5 after a rough start of the day. Mitchell Rawlings, Justin Culver, Colin Wilms, Tori Robertson, Nathan Rea, top 10.
And here's a look at the start, Kate. My goodness.
Yeah, so Fothergill, they're lined up nicely, and then you're going to watch here coming out of turn 4, and Fothergill's going to start gearing up, and he's going to go. It starts to get a great start, and then all of a sudden just goes, nobody's with me, or he missed a shift or something. I'm not sure what happened, but either way, it worked to Verburn's advantage.
As we see Verburn down in victory lane.
And the 91 of Brian Verburn is parked up further out of victory lane to hop out of his car to get over to this celebration as well.
As we see Michael Verburn in the 19 getting his safety equipment off. There he is. We see him running. Brian Verburn there wanting to join the celebration in victory lane. Gives him a nice pat on the shoulder. A nice rub of the top of the head, saying congratulations. There he is, Michael Verburn hopping out of his machine. Gives a wave to the crowd, hops down. We'll grab the checkered flag, go to around the front of the car, and we'll send it down to Jordan Mosley.
That was a lot of fun. Obviously, another for the 33 there, and then we got a restart with 5 to go, and kind of got redemption from last week. We lost one, got away from us, and then similar situation this week with the 33 again. We got the outside, and I think he missed a shift or something, and we were able to come home.
How good does it feel to be finding victory lane after being at the front of the pack for so long here?
Yeah, it feels great. We've had an up and down season. So it feels good to finally park it back in victory lane, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going into the Nationals next week.
Who do you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank Brown Auto Service, ACO Cement Finishers, Glencoe Auto Recyclers, Castrol, StrathleRarea.ca, Nico's Restaurant, Wix Yard Care, Otterville Motors, everyone else helps out, Vanos Installations, and everyone for coming out tonight.
Michael Verhovven. We'll be back. More Delaware Speedway racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
You're watching Rogers TV.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
You're
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Getting a look at Michael Verhovven in the 19 Bone Stock. Took home the feature race win there on what was a restart, 5 laps to go, and then, like mentioned, don't know if Fothergill missed a shift or something like that, but Michael Verhovven able to pick the bones and worked out well for him.
Yeah, able to park that car back in victory lane, so he was quite happy about that. Yeah, they've had some mechanical issues a couple weeks, and so good for that team, and definitely an interesting but weird moment for Paul Fothergill. Not like him to have an oopsie with 5 to go, so very interested to see kind of what happened there, but yeah, we'll have to see what this 100-lap feature has in store for us next. Sorry.
That's right. We are 2 features down, 1 to go, and you mentioned 100 laps. What would be a mindset of a driver through 100 laps? Obviously, positioning has to take parts, whether you're starting at the front or the back. Depends on the strategy and how you give or take early on compared to later on in the race.
Yeah, you got to have a car to finish the race, so that's key number 1. And then you just kind of come up with your own strategy. Every driver's different. Some are more aggressive at the beginning. Some are just have a more aggressive style, whereas some are a little bit more patient. So every driver is going to be a little bit different in what approach they're going to take at the beginning of this race. And that'll be the key in the early comings, whether or not you even have a car to finish this race. So got to make it through the first 50 to play with the last 50.
Right, and through this OSS division, from what we've seen in group qualifying, do you think you have a car to watch in this division, or is it too close to call as these cars are on the track?
I think track position at the beginning here is going to be key, and the way that this shook up after qualifying, you've got a lot of your heavy contenders there right mid-pack, so I'm not sure there's going to be one specific car to watch. I mean, Sean McGlynn's always good at this track. Todd Shepard. Derek McCullough has lots of laps at this track, even though maybe his qualifying didn't show how consistent he can be here. And I would love to see Hernia finish his last race in victory lane. That is just a something that every driver wants, right? You want to go out with that last win, and it'd be pretty cool to watch it happen here. If it doesn't, it doesn't. He's had a great racing career, and he's a great driver. So regardless, we wish him all the best. Secretly would love to watch him come out of retirement for a couple more races, but either way, he's had a great run, and Mike, we wish you all the best.
That's right, as the cars are parked on the front stretch, going through some driver introductions for the OSS. We have a look at the 15 of Hernia Senior, and then a different shot there from the flag stand, our speed camera, getting a shot of the 80. And as the driver introductions continue, we'll step aside. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Colin Chevrolet after this.
Ray Colin Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Colin Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Family owned for over 60 years, McCall Racing has helped shape Canadian short track racing. Custom built chassis, expert repairs, in-house parts, and unmatched support. Our legacy is built where it matters most, on the track. McCall Racing, built on experience. Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Check it out. Now, more Ontarians qualify for the Ontario Electricity Support Program. You could get a monthly on-bill credit of $35 or more. Apply at oesp.ca.
Welcome back. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Colin Chevrolet. We are still inside driver introductions here for the OSS as they get ready for 100-lap feature race on the half mile. It's been a great night of racing so far. Kate, take us through what everybody has seen so far.
First off, we did see that Tim Tolan's team was underneath the car on a jack before we went to break, and he is now on the front stretch, so that is good to see. Tim has joined the back of this field because they had to do some last-minute changes, but I was just trying to figure out where he ended up in qualifying because I couldn't quite remember. Yeah, he's joined this grid, so that's good to see. In the front of this field, Sean McGlynn's going to be in the 4th spot. Derek McCullough, Cooper Albertine, and Donovan Clark are your top 4. And then I think Herniak is rolling off in the 5th spot, so that could be very interesting. It's going to be a good race either way, and it'll be an interesting start. I'm interested to see what these younger drivers do near the front, or newer to the OSS do to near the front of this pack.
So for the viewers that are watching us on TV, that watch us weekly here, we see the bone stocks, we see the modifieds, we see the V8 stocks and the super stocks, as well as some late models. Where does the OSS compare maybe to the type of vehicle that you might see on a weekly basis if you tune into Rogers TV?
I think they're going to fall in between some of our V8 stocks because we have a lot of different cars that run V8 stock. Like Caden Patrick does run V8s here sometimes as well. Same with Herniak, right? So they're going to kind of fall in between there as we hear the engines roar. In between there, and I think a super stock is where I put them. So they're kind of in between, kind of like the old super stocks. But a little bit more of a collective series than our V8 stocks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that is a good way to explain it as we see the drivers start their engines, and it looks like Gary Adrianson on his way back to the pace car is making sure every driver is good to go, gets their car started the way they need to. great hustle out of Gary Adrianson. Always fun to have him on the broadcast in some sort of way when he can. Interviewing after he drove Darrell Lake's car. He was super stoked.
Even after a win.
Yeah, even after a win, he was super stoked. And there he is. He's back into the pace car here. It looks like the safety crew is behind the 38. Might need to give him a little push start here. Sitting a little bit, so the cars
it just might be that the starter's out, so it just needs a push in order to get rolling. And our safety crew is going to do a great job of doing so. I did get the information that Tim Tolan qualified in the 12th position. So to take a little bit of that penalty to go to the rear of the field when he's having some issues may have been the best case scenario for that 3 team.
As we get rolling here, it'll be 100 laps around the half mile for the OSS division. Again, second time here this season for this division as they tour around. As we get ready to go here, it is a beautiful night here at Delaware Speedway. It's cooled off a little bit. It was very hot and sticky to start the night. It's definitely cooled off.
I would say more than a little bit, Kyle. It is comfortable. I am not sweating. It is great. We have a beautiful sky over the tree line off of turn 2. It is very comfortable and it is very nice, and I am glad that the weather gods have graced us with a little bit of cool weather instead of that heat that has been the last week.
Yeah, it's been a while with that hot, sticky, humid weather. Again, we're glad you can join us here on Rogers TV for this broadcast this Friday and every Friday throughout the summer. We appreciate it. And again, we always need volunteers. If you love watching and want to be a part of the broadcast, go to rogerstv.com/volunteer to figure it out.
And they're just going to do their wave lap here, waving to the fans. See Derek McCullough in there waving. And the fans are waving back.
It's always nice to see the drivers interact and get that kind of interaction with the fans. They're the ones that come out and support these drivers wherever they may be. So it's always good to have the drivers give a little wave lap before they get started. Down the back here once again, still under caution.
I'm thinking we're probably going to get a double up at least this time by. So again, like we mentioned, Derek McCullough will be your leader going into this race. Cooper Albertine, Donovan Clark, Sean McGlynn, Mike Hernia Jr., Todd Shepard, Brendan Patrick, Kevin Trevlin, Ricky Wilger, and Chad McGlynn rounding out your top 10, and then Caden Patrick, Kyle Instead, Jordan Wilms, James Muncie, and then Ian McMillan and Tim Tolan is your field for this 100-lapper of the Ontario Sportsman Series.
We see the cars doubled up. The white flag will fly to show one more lap under caution, so the lights will come off the pace car here at Delaware Speedway. See the cars come across the line with our speed camera. Always a great shot there. Anytime we get it. Lights are off as mentioned. The pace car here at Delaware Speedway. The pace car will dip off the track out of turn 3, and it will be the 38 of Derek McCullough leading the field to the green flag here for 100 laps at the half mile. Buckle up, buckle in, and get ready for some great racing here at Delaware Speedway. Here we go. Looking to the flag stand. We got the green flag waving here at Delaware Speedway. 100 laps underway. McCullough trying to pull away from Cooper Albertson down the back, able to get a little bit of space. Albertson on corner entry, able to close that gap. Out of 4, it is McCullough. He'll lead the first lap of the race. 1 down, 99 to go around the half mile. There it is, second place runner right now, Cooper Albertson in the 25. And behind him is the 9 of Sean McGlynn in 3rd. Behind McGlynn, the battle for 4th and 5th. That's the 15 of Hernia Senior and the 52 of Donovan Clark. There's the battle for 2nd. Albertson, McGlynn, 2nd and 3rd respectively. Some sparks out of the 25. A little bit of bouncing there.
Yeah, I'm going to say some of those sparks that you're seeing, Kyle, are just the bump stops hitting going into that corner. McGlynn goes up this track, and Herniak able to jump on that, sliding into 3rd position.
Yeah, but McGlynn not going to go away that easy on the outside. He's going to try and stay, but Herniak Senior does a great job on the inside out of 4. He's able to keep that position. Now the 0-2 of Brendan Patrick. He's trying to get on to the back bumper of Sean McGlynn. And here we go. Speed camera up. There it is. You heard the roar of the engines in the OSS. There is the 0-2 of Brendan Patrick, getting past the 9 of Sean McGlynn. Across the stripe there, 94 to go. There's the 52 of Donovan Clark, the 47 of Todd Shepard.
Donovan Clark having a great run so far. Definitely trying to work that in his rookie debut. Running 2 and 3. Herniak's making up some great ground, looking to the outside.
There he is, Herniak Senior on the outside of Albertson. He is trying to make the pass. On the outside across the stripe into turn 1. Does Herniak Senior have what it takes to make the pass here? He gets a nose ahead of Albertson. Out of 2, down the back. On the outside, Herniak Senior picks up that spot so far. They'll drop down, single file. Herniak Senior making a charge towards the front. Now only 1 car in front of him. That is the 38 of Derek McCullough. Herniak Senior having a great run here at the half mile.
Herniak making a good charge. He has a great run through 3 and 4. And that's where he's making up most of his ground. So McCullough has to definitely be on his defense over there.
Herniak Senior closing the gap rather quickly down the back on Derek McCullough. Going to the inside, trying to make a move. Contact. McCullough says, not right now, Herniak Senior. You're going to stay behind me for now. But Herniak Senior making a fast, feverish pace, trying to gain that top spot. But Albertson closing the gap in behind Herniak Senior. The 0-2 of Brendan Patrick as well is in there, single file.
Herniak Senior trying to make up that ground that he lost. And it's very interesting because now he's going back to running the lower groove in turns 1 and 2, whereas he was running the higher groove before. He's just getting such a great run through 3 and 4, almost makes contact again.
Herniak seeing some smoke coming out of the 0-2. Out of the back there, not exactly sure what that might be. We'll have to wait and see if that becomes an issue for the 0-2 of Patrick.
That is definitely an engine, Kyle. I think that engine's going, and I think it's about to drop here any second. And hopefully it's not dropping oil. That's what I'm looking for.
There he is, the 0-2 taking the exit down into the pits, able to get off the racing groove there. unfortunate enough for everybody on the track, but he's able to get off the track. Flat traffic. There he is, still on the backstretch, crawling his way to the exit on the backstretch. There it is. The leader, Hernia Senior, on the inside of McCullough. Into turn 3. He has lap traffic on the inside line too. Hernia Senior making a charge. He has a nose ahead of him. New leader at the lines of contact. Hernia Senior keeps that straight. And Overton trying to follow suit. The 38 of McCullough looking a little bit squirrely on the outside, keeping it straight as they maneuver that lap traffic there. Hernia Senior now the leader. Chasing him is McCullough, Overton, Clark, and McLean in the top 5.
Yeah, Hernia slid up to shut the door, and it was just really close call. So it looked like McCullough jumped on the brakes, got a little bit loose, trying to make up that ground now.
As we see Hernia Senior driving with some conviction out there on the half mile, getting the lead. Down the back they go. Out of 3 and into 4. Now down the front. Across the stripe. 81 laps to go here in the 100-lap feature for the OSS Traveling Series. There's Overton and McCullough in a battle for second. McCullough currently has the second position. Overton trying to get that position from him, sitting in third. The 52 of Donovan Clark trying to put his car into the mix as he's sitting in fourth. And rounding out the top 5 is Sean McGlynn in the 9. Todd Shepard in the 47 in 6th. Kevin Trevelyan in the 19 7th. Chad McGlynn in 8th. Ricky Williger in 9th. And Caden Patrick in 10th. That is the running order top 10 so far. Leaders on the screen. McCullough in second. Chasing down Hernia Senior. There's some lap traffic. They'll have to maneuver. They do that quite well on the outside. Across the line again, it'll be 78 this time by. There's Donovan Clark.
Yeah, he's the fastest guy on the track right now, running a 20.285.
And in behind Clark is Sean McGlynn in the 9. There's the gap. Hernia Senior making it bigger and bigger. That time by the stripe. 77 to go. Out of 1 and into 2. Down the back again is Hernia. And the rest of the field. McCullough and Overton in a battle for second and third.
And as we talked about the fastest car, it happened again. Right now, fastest car on the track is now again Mike Hernia with a 20.125. But closely behind him is Derek McCullough with a 20.131. So everybody's moving real fast.
There's the gap between Hernia Senior and Derek McCullough as they come down the front. There's this third place car, Overton. He has Donovan Clark in his rear view mirror, trying to keep him there. He gets a little high out of 2. Able to keep that. There it is. Cooper Overton and Donovan Clark. The battle for third. 74 laps to go. Overton separating himself a little bit more from Donovan Clark now. There is the leader, Mike Hernia Senior. Derek McCullough trying to save and close the gap here. A little bit of lap traffic. There's the gap down the back. A good 15 to 20 car lengths. There's Hernia Senior. Into 3 and out. And in and out of turn 4 once more down the front. 72 to go that time by. Maneuvers some more lap traffic. There's the 47 of Todd Shepard maneuvering some lap traffic. Same with the 9 of Sean McGlynn. That is the battle for 5th. Single file so far, Todd Shepard and Sean McGlynn. Shepard down the back. McGlynn in behind him. They try to close the gap. And there is the 52 of Donovan Clark as well. It is 70 to go here in the OSS feature at Delaware Speedway. There is Todd Shepard, Donovan Clark. Again, the battle for fourth there. Todd Shepard currently in fifth, trying to pick up a spot potentially over Donovan Clark. As you see, Sean McGlynn also trying to get inside that battle as well. Some more lap traffic having to be maneuvered by the leaders. There's Hernia Senior. The gap still quite wide between the leader and the second place car of Derek McCullough. Alberton in third, trying to stay on the pace and keep that gap tight.
Right now we're sitting with Hernia Senior, McCullough, Alberton, Clark, Shepard, McGlynn, Trevlin, Chad McGlynn, and then Ricky Williger and Caden Patrick rounded your top 10 so far through the first 33 laps.
There's the race for third on the screen. It's the 25 of Cooper Alberton and the 52 of Donovan Clark. Alberton has about a 2-car length lead as Clark tries to close that gap into turn 3. He will in and out of the turns, but down the straightaway, Alberton able to pick up speed and get away momentarily. But there it is. He's now trying to get to the rear bumper of Derek McCullough in second. There's the battle on the screen, second and third, McCullough and Alberton respectively. McCullough second, Alberton third. Some more lap traffic. They'll have to maneuver on the high side. They do that with relative ease. As Alberton trying to close the gap.
Lap traffic does a great job getting down and out of the way for those leaders down the backstretch. So obviously good on the lap traffic.
We see there, that is now the race for third between Alberton and Donovan Clark. A bit of a gap, but Clark able to close it just a little bit into the turns. But Alberton has great corner exit and straightaway speed to try and pull away and close the gap. On second place, Derek McCullough. There's the gap between Hernia Senior and Derek McCullough down the back. And now the gap between Derek McCullough and Alberton for second. They get across the line, 62 to go that time by. Alberton still trying to get to the inside here of McCullough. Just not able to get there quite yet.
I think his best bet would be to stay higher longer. Sit higher going into the corner and then dive to the center and get a different roll off the corner, because right now the way Cooper's rolling out of that corner, he's kind of getting a run off the bottom, but not near enough to get up to McCullough.
Caution on the speedway. 2 cars around in turn 2. Looks like the 08 and
the 79.
And the 79 involved. The 08 is spinning himself around. The 79 looks like he's able to do the same thing. Just waiting for cars to pass so he doesn't cause another incident. There he is. He spins himself around. Going the right way now on the track.
The 08 of Ricky Williger was running in the 8th position, and the 79 of Kyle Instead was 3 laps down, running in the 14th position at the time of that incident.
So that brings out the yellow flag, and Hernia Senior now has to get grouped back up with the rest of the pack. As again, we saw it in the bone stock feature. Fothergill had a restart, couldn't make it. Hernia Senior, what do you think he's got for this field? Is he able to pull away fast, or do you think the rest of the field might have something for him?
I think over the last few laps, Hernia has been just running very consistently. I'll be interested to see if somebody's got something for him, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right, we are under caution. We'll step aside. More Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Vector offers recovery and performance programs to improve your quality of life. Their active therapy approach helps with pain, mobility, and strength. Located in London, Ontario, they focus on personalized care to support your wellness journey. At The Hearing Place, we transform lives with personalized hearing care. Our exceptional audiology services and tailored treatment plans empower your journey to better hearing, ensuring compassionate support and solutions designed uniquely for you.
McCall Racing fuels the motorsports community with performance parts for circle track, dirt track, open wheel, drag racing, customs, and hot rods. Whether you're turning laps, wrenching in the pits, or just getting started, McCall Racing.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Currently under caution here in the OSS feature race, the 9 of Sean McGlynn having his crew work under the hood. Kate, what does it look like they might be doing there?
Looks like they're making a front-end adjustment there, but he's asking for something else here. I was just looking to see if I could figure out where they were going to. It looks like they've made a sway bar adjustment so far.
Yeah, McGlynn is in talks with some of his crew members. They are working on the right side. They're also reaching in close to the front left tire there. Looks like they have what they need. Getting the pins back in the hood so it stays down. Trying to regain this, rejoin the field here. Pins are in as we get a look. We're under caution here.
Sean McGlynn and Chad McGlynn both came in during this yellow flag. So Chad rejoining the field, and Sean will do so as well.
There he is, getting the okay to get back on the track to rejoin the field.
Next Friday night, Delaware Speedway hologram sticker.
It'll be Hernia Senior leading the field once the green flag is back in the air. But he was absolutely on rails before that caution. So we'll see if his car is able to maintain that pace. 62 laps here to go in this 100-lap feature on the half mile. The white flag is in the air. Lights are off. The pace car here at Delaware Speedway. It'll dip off the track out of turn 3. What's the field looking like here as we get ready for this restart?
So it'll be Herniak, then McCullough, Alberton, Clark, Shepard, and then it should go Trevlin, Patrick, Caden Patrick. And then it'll go Chad McGlynn, Sean McGlynn, and Ricky Williger will do your top 10. Sorry that took a few seconds. They have not reopened live timing and scoring to where everybody is right now. So
there it is. Pace car's off the track. Green flag back in the air. We're racing. McCullough had a great restart there on the outside. Gets ahead of Herniak Senior down the back. We'll see what Herniak has here in the tank. Herniak Senior was able to make the pass on McCullough earlier in the race. We'll see if that can happen again. As McCullough trying to distance himself down the back from Herniak Senior. There's the battle for third, fourth, and fifth, rather. As that's Alberton, Clark, and Shepard, respectively, third, fourth, and fifth.
this race.
There we see into turn one, Shepard, Clark, and McGlynn there as well. There's down the back, there's the leaders, single file. As we see Derek McCullough and Mike Hernia Senior. Derek McCullough had a great restart there on the outside as mentioned. There he is, Hernia Senior, trying to go out with a bang here at Delaware Speedway. Wants to put that car into victory lane for sure. His last race.
His lap times have definitely dropped off since the restart by about 2/10 off of Alberton as well as McCullough. So he's got to find a little bit of gusto here in order to get back up there with McCullough.
As you mentioned, Alberton sitting in third. He is closing the gap on Hernia Senior. There's the gap between first and second. McCullough opening up about a 3-4 now. Carling lead, but Hernia Senior making that a little less out of turns 3 and 4.
Well, he shaved back down to the same times, if not better, and closed that gap by 2/10.
He is finding that gusto that you said he needs to find. Just continue to keep doing that as he gets right to the rear bumper of McCullough. Out of 3 and into 4. Hernia Senior showing what he's made of here in the OSS division. McCullough goes up high out of 2 down the back as he's got to maneuver some lap traffic. Gets back down to the low groove.
The wicked run that Herniak gets on that bottom line in turn 3 and 4 is where he's making up this ground lap after lap.
There it is on the inside, trying to make a pass, some contact. My goodness, out of 2 down the back. Herniak Senior and Derek McCullough. My goodness, Hernia Senior trying to make that pass on the inside. As you mentioned, that run is great. He's closing that gap real quick. There they are down the back once again.
Just take a look at the rotor here. The 38's lighting up in that front rotor, and Herniak's just rolling off these corners like it's nothing. That's where he's gaining most of his speed, Kyle.
Yeah, as long as Hernia Senior can do that consistently, he might have something to say for Derek McCullough here. We're going to be halfway through this time by the line as the leaders come out of 4 down the front. 50 down, 50 to go here in the OSS feature at Delaware Speedway. There he is, Hernia Senior. That gap has distanced just a little bit here as they go into turn 3 and 4. He'll have some lap traffic to tend to on the bottom line, so he'll have to go up high, not able to get that run like he had been before on the bottom out of 3 and 4. There he is on the bottom out of 2, following McCullough single file down the back. Some more lap traffic in turns 3 and 4.
Going around the 3 of Tim Tolan. That's the missions prior to the race.
Hernia Senior having to stay on the outside, getting around that lap traffic. The gap is widened a little bit more between McCullough and Hernia Senior. As they're out of 4 another time across the stripe. 47 to go. There's Donovan Clark, Todd Shepard briefly on our screen. There's the gap again between the leaders of Derek McCullough and Mike Hernia Senior. Into 3 and 4 once again. Out of 4 are the leaders across the stripe. Hernia Senior's got to find that gusto again, Kate.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm hoping is that Hernia Senior didn't make those tires unhappy, because if he's made them unhappy, it's going to be a long laps, 45 laps, especially trying to catch the leader.
As we get them going past the stripe again. .45 to go as they go down the back another time here at the half mile. Hernia Senior able to drive that bottom race groove out of 3 and 4 once again. We'll see if that will help him regain that and close the gap and regain some time here as he's chasing the 38 of Derek McCullough. Again, the 6 of James Morency they'll have to deal with on the high side. They do that. But McCullough able to distance himself a little bit further, Kate.
Yeah, McCullough's just had such consistent lap times. Hernia Senior's definitely chipping away at being more consistent here lap after lap. That's what he's got to do in order to track down the leader if he's going to make any sort of move here near the end.
Still lots of time to go with over 40 laps remaining here in the feature race for the OSS, the Ontario Sportsman Series. McCullough passes the line again, 41 to go.
Yeah, McCullough, the Glencoe drivers had lots of laps here at Delaware Speedway and some other divisions as well. So not surprised to see him having a good run here at Delaware.
It'll be 40 to go this time by the line. McCullough leads another lap. Hernia Senior in second, trying to close the gap. There he is. There's the leader, Derek McCullough, down the back. As you mentioned, those rotors turning bright orange as he's into the corners.
Yeah, his brakes are definitely working, but we'll have to see if anyone has anything for him.
As they maneuver some more lap traffic here in turns 3 and 4. McCullough on the high side, maneuvering that lap traffic with some ease. That's 38 to go as McCullough passes the stripe that time. He's out of 2 and down the back once again. Hernia Senior trying to push and make the charge. McCullough again lapping some more cars for consecutive times there.
Here's the 8 and the 19. So that is Chad McGlynn as well as Kevin Trevelyan. They've been swapping spots back and forth. And the 08 of Ricky Williger looking to get into that mix as well.
That is the battle for 7, 8, and 9 respectively. It is Trevelyan in 7th, Chad McGlynn in 8th, and then Ricky Williger in 9th. But there's the gap on the screen between Derek McCullough and Mike Hernia Senior. Alberton in there as well, sitting in 3rd. Todd Shepard and Donovan Clark round out the top 5 respectively. Down the back, Donovan Clark once more. Crossing the stripe, that's 34 to go. There's Hernia Senior, sitting in 2nd spot.
And watching his lap times, they are getting more consistent again, so we'll have to see if he's able to have any part of a run here for McCullough near the end. There's almost 30 to go, so if he wants to catch him, I would say now is time to turn it on and at least get closer.
That's right. As they go down the back into turn 3. Here's on the bottom line. That's where Hernia Senior's been able to gain a lot of speed and close the gap previously. We'll see if that is the case again as the laps dwindle down. 32 to go as they're down the back again. Caution on the speedway as there's a slow car in turn 4. And that is the 9 of Sean McGlynn as he is crawling his way down the front.
Yeah, he's got a right front tires flat there. You can see it there now.
It is. So he will limp that into his pit stall. But another caution that brings the field back together We will step aside. We'll be back with more Delaware Speedway racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Collins Chevrolet after this.
Check it out. Now, more Ontarians qualify for the Ontario Electricity Support Program. You could get a monthly on-bill credit of $35 or more. Apply at oesp.ca.
At The Hearing Place, we transform lives with personalized hearing care. Our exceptional audiology services and tailored treatment plans empower your journey to better hearing, ensuring compassionate support and solutions designed uniquely for you.
McCall Racing fuels the motorsports community with performance parts for circle track, dirt track, open wheel, drag racing, customs, and hot rods. Whether you're turning laps, wrenching in the pits, or just getting started, McCall Racing, built on experience.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Collins Chevrolet. Getting a look at the 8 of Chad McGlynn in his pit stall. His crew going to work on some tires. And then we go to Sean McGlynn in the 9 as he had a flat tire. He's getting that tire changed, looking to rejoin the field.
Yep, everybody making some changes here. Oh, he's going to get some quick water, too. But yeah, you see the tire in the background there just smoking. It's hot and it's flat, so we got to get a new one.
And there it is. He throws the water bottle out the wind beside the window net as he gets the tire changed. But I want to see what your thoughts are as the field will have to bunch back up. Is this going to benefit Hernia Senior, or what do you think might happen here on this restart?
So far, that car has proven to gain speed over the run. We'll have to see if this restart helps him or not. In all honesty, I think that this car does better on a longer run. So I think that if he can't stay with him at the start of this restart, it's going to hurt him. So this is where he's got to stick with McCullough. But Cooper Robertson's been kind of hanging around all race, and I wonder if he's going to make a move, or Todd Shepard. Anything can happen here on this restart. Donovan Clark has been stout this race too. That top 5 has kind of been playing with each other, so we'll have to see if this 33 laps, which is only 2 laps less than what we would have for a late model feature. So it's almost like we've had a couple mini features happen in here.
That's right, as we are still under caution here on the Speedway. It's 100 laps was the scheduled distance for the Ontario Sportsman Series feature race at the half mile here at Delaware Speedway. They're the leaders of Derek McCullough and Mike Hernia Senior. We'll see if they get the double up sign this time by from the flag stand. And it looks like it might be the 1 to go signal here. That is what we get from the flag stand. 1 to go. So everybody will double up here and get ready for the restart. 33 laps to go in the Ontario Sportsman Series feature at Delaware Speedway on a Friday night. Significantly cooler than it was to start the night. There they are. Derek McCullough in the 38 on the inside. The 15 of Mike Hernia Senior on the outside of row 1. Lights are off the pace car. It dips off the track out of turn 3. McCullough will bring the pack out of 4, looking to the flag stand. We're back, green flag racing. Ontario Sportsman Series. Staying door to door so far. but Herniak getting a little slow on the outside. Albertson trying to close that on the inside, but Hernia Senior closes the door, drops down. Gets loose out of 4, keeps that straight, keeps himself out of the wall, but that might give an opportunity for Albertson and Todd Shepard to make a pass, and it does. Hernia Senior stuck on the outside, dropping a couple of positions. Donovan Clark in the 52, some contact. Hernia Senior loose, but keeping it straight. Falling a couple of positions, there it is, Todd Shepard. He's now making a push. He's passing Albertson. Albertson onto the outside wall, some contact there as well. Albertson falls to third as Todd Shepard gains a spot into second. Derek McCullough pulled away on that restart. He's still leading this race. 30 to go. It's 70 down. There it is. The leader, Derek McCullough, down the back. The gap between him and Todd Shepard as they go into turns 3 and 4. There's Herniak Senior and Donovan Clark. That is the battle for 4th and 5th, respectively. Herniak Senior currently in 4th, Donovan Clark in 5th. Donovan Clark to the inside of Herniak Senior. Getting to the rear. And now door to door as they enter out of 3 and into 4. Out of 4, Donovan Clark picks up a spot and drops Herniak Senior back to 5th. There's the leaders, Derek McCullough, Todd Shepard. Shepard looking to close the gap quickly, and he is doing so.
Yeah, Todd Shepard having a great run. He's going to peak to that inside, but not able to do so. We'll have to see if he's able to set it up going into 3 and 4.
Down the back, some lap traffic once again. They'll have to maneuver out the high side. They do, and then they quickly get back down to the low lane. Out of 4, back up high across the line. Into turn 1. Shepard staying single file. Now he's looking to push out of 2. He'll stay single file up high down the back. Shepard to the inside. Can he fully get there? Not quite. Derek McCullough saying no contact. And around goes Todd Shepard. Spinning those tires in the back, bringing out the yellow. Another caution here in the Ontario Sportsman feature. Shepard turns himself back the right way. And we have a look at it, Kate.
Yeah, so Shepard's looking to the inside here going into the corner. Kind of gets to that rear wheel. And I think just drove it in a little bit too hard and just went around.
So that'll bring out yet another caution and a restart here. Derek McCullough has been doing very well on the restarts so far. There we see the 47 of Todd Shepard. Another look at it, Kate. Let's take us through it.
So here the 47 looks to the inside. And the 38's holding the outside line. Yeah, I think he just drove it in way too hard. Tried to get the position, didn't quite have it.
So that will bring the field back together. So it will look like Derek McCullough will still lead this pack, and then now it's Cooper Albertson gonna gain a spot into second. Donovan Clark into third, and that'll put Herniak Senior in 4th. And then it is the 08 of Ricky Williger in 5th. Kevin Trevlin in the 19 in 7th. Sorry, into 6th. Sean McGlynn moves up to 7th. Chad McGlynn into 8th. Caden Patrick to 9th. And then Jordan Wilms into 10th. As Todd Shepard, I believe, will have to re-enter this field at the back, being into the incident car. We are still under caution. We'll step aside. It's more Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
That race saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Bring the family to Pizza Hut's all-you-can-eat buffet. Fresh pizzas, pasta, and salads, something for everyone. Great taste, great time, all in one place. Pizza Hut, where family meals are unforgettable.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. We're back to green flag racing in the Ontario Sportsman Series feature race. On the restart, Derek McCullough shot out of the cannon like he had been on the previous ones. There's the battle for second. It's Donovan Clark able to gain the spot on Alberton as he will pull into second. Hernia Senior still stuck on that outside. He washes up the track, and that'll cause some more positions to be lost momentarily. But there's Donovan Clark in on the inside of McCullough, trying to make the pass at the line. It's still McCullough leading the race as they enter turn one.
Yeah, I unfortunately think that Herniak used up some of his tires trying to get around the 38 beforehand, and that's unfortunate to see. But Donovan Clark is having an outstanding run here so far.
Yeah, on the restart, Donovan Clark is looking to wreak havoc for the 38 of Derek McCullough as they go down the back. Single file. We'll see if Donovan Clark has any kind of moves up his sleeve to try and get past the 38 of Derek McCullough. As they go into turn one, they'll stay single file momentarily as we go down the back. We get a look at the 86.
Yeah, it looks like he's dragging his nose cone there.
And that brings a caution out. There's the 15 of Hernia Senior around on the backstretch. Safety crew out talking to him. Oh, there's a
I think
side
there was
panel.
some contact is what I'm hearing.
Well, they definitely knew he was here tonight, that's for sure. Mike Herniak Senior.
That is a tough way to end your night.
Yeah, exactly. Not being able to come across the start-finish line and finish the 100 laps is tough for anybody, and feel a little bit more for Mike Herniak Senior. As he mentioned, it is his final race. So he says right now, obviously, like you've said earlier in the broadcast, if here's a look at it, Kate, we'll take a look.
Here's a look at how the 86 got some front end damage going into the corner. And they like to go 3 wide there on that one. Chad McGlynn's on the outside. Oh, it just rips by the tire of the 19. And off she comes, Kevin Trevlin's car. So they are just trying to get that nose cone back on enough to finish the night.
They say duct tape fixes everything, and they're using all sorts of duct tape out down there in the 86 pit to get that that nose in a position, like you said, to be able to get back out and finish out the night. But we're still waiting for the 15 of Herniak Senior to get put on the hook of a tow truck. There it is, the look at it there. They're hooking him from the back. He's out of the car. Taking a seat on the wall there momentarily.
Yeah, it looks like that was a hard lick on that inside wall.
of Jordan Wilms.
Trying to get his race suit off there just a bit. Safety crew ever so great at what they do here at Delaware Speedway to make sure that the drivers are safe and the track is safe for the drivers. And the second tow truck is getting out there, but as we're still under caution, we'll step aside. More Delaware Speedway racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet after this.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
You're watching Rogers TV.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. We have now gone to red flag conditions, so the cars are on the front stretch stopped, as both tow trucks now are working to get the 15 of Mike Hernia Senior off the track. We did notice Mike able to get out of the car under his own power. There we get a look at the 86. That is a lot of tape to get that front bumper back into a spot where it's not dragging on the track.
It's not pretty, but it's effective.
Right? It doesn't have to be pretty. Nobody's wanting everybody would like to keep the race car nice and pretty, but hey, if it's effective and gets you back out on the track and is able to get you some laps back, you'll do whatever you can.
Yeah, well, they got him back on track, and we are under red flag conditions, so they are trying to get this car up on both tow trucks.
Yeah, the official, they had it up a bit, but then was told to put it back down. I don't think they liked the positioning where the car was on the hooks. They're still trying to get it figured out on the front end there, Kate.
Yeah, I want to make sure that no straps or no bumpers fall off as we try and tow this to the infield. So just taking a few extra seconds, making sure the chains are hooked to the right spots before we fully lift this race car.
There we go. It looks like they're trying to get it lifted up again. And it looks like they're still in communication as to how they are going to go about maneuvering this 15 car off the track.
Saturday, October 3rd will be.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to come with a game plan here.
There we go. We see on the front stretch, I don't know if that's a crew member or an official or what, talking to, looks like the 08.
I think crews have been instructed that they can go out and give water if needed.
Yeah, because under red flag conditions, there's no moving, no work on the cars, correct?
Correct.
So crews, you see there, talking with the drivers, making sure that they're okay. Like you said, hey, do you need some more water? Do you need anything to get hydrated again or stay hydrated? As mentioned, it's cooled off here in the air, but inside the cars, it's definitely hot. They do have the 15 up on the hooks. And now, again, it's that game plan of working together as the tow trucks to maneuver so that the car stays on the hooks and doesn't come off, or any more damage is done than that already was from the incident. Safety crew.
I shouldn't be, but I'm always mesmerized by how they do this.
Oh, it's a talent. I know for sure I wouldn't be able to maneuver this. I would be so far in my head and trying to overthink things probably that it wouldn't be good. I'll just put it that way.
There's so many things that I want to say, but I also want to stay married after this broadcast, so I won't say them.
Okay, as we get a look there too, the front right is heavily damaged on the car of Hernia. There they are, the tow trucks slowly moving in tandem here, getting the 15 off the track. Slowly but surely, the tow truck's doing a great job getting the car of Mike Hernia Senior off the track. That front tires touching just a little bit.
Yeah, just the slope coming off the track there.
So they're gonna stop and make sure that everything is still where it needs to be. Tow truck driver out again.
Both of them are out, just lifting up a little higher.
Yeah, that right side of the race car is not in good shape at all for the 15. As mentioned, Hernia Senior able to get out of the car under his own power. Looked to be coherent and talking to the staff and the safety crew here at Delaware Speedway. Good sign there, as we are still under red flag conditions, as Hernia Senior's car is on the end of the tow trucks trying to get off the track here. It'll be 22 laps remaining here in the Ontario Sportsman Series feature race at Delaware Speedway once we get back to green flag racing. We are now back to yellow flag conditions, so cars will be able to get moving here once again under caution speed. Now that the backstretch is opened up.
Have a good run here tonight.
What do you think of these final 22 laps have in store for us here tonight, Kate?
I think we have the battle of the small towns in the front three. Donovan Clark's from Park Hill. David McCullough is from Glencoe. And Cooper Robertson's from Bothwell. So.
As we get a shot, the right side of that car.
Well, we lost some body panels. But the roll cage doing everything it's supposed to do. Still in great condition. The rest of the car, not so much.
As we see the 8 of Chad McGlynn going down into the pits once again, going to consult with his team. As we get ready for another restart here, 22 laps to go in what started as with 100 laps for this feature race in the Ontario Sportsman Series. Again, their second time here at Delaware Speedway this season. The 6 is also down in pit lane, talking to his crew. It looks like the 8 of Chad McGlynn is having some more work done on that right rear tire. He's had work on that consistently after the cautions that have happened. It looks like a new tire is being put on there by his crew, making sure everything is torqued nice and tight. Crew saying you're good to roll out. There he is. He will rejoin the field there. Looking like we might get the one to go next time by the flag stand for these cars in the OSS. Derek McCullough still will be the lead car, leading the pack. Once we get back to green flag racing, we'll see exactly what kind of restart he is able to have. He's had some good ones recently, but that 52 of Donovan Clark has had something to say to him, for him before that caution came out, Kate.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this falls. If Donovan Clark can get a great run here on the outside off this restart, I think we might have a different last 22 laps. I like to see somebody give a little bit of contention here for the win. With 22 to go, it'd be a great way to finish this awesome night of racing.
The lights are off. The pace car, it will dip off the track as they exit turn 3. Derek McCullough in the 38 will lead the pack out of turn 4, looking to the flag stand. We are back to green flag racing. What does Donovan Clark have on the outside? Right now, he's just behind McCullough. McCullough pulling away. Alberton on the inside of Donovan Clark looking to make a pass. He cannot. And then it's Denida McGlynn on the outside looking to pass Alberton. But does not yet. There he is. McGlynn and Alberton side by side. Alberton able to come away out of turn 2 down the back. But Sean McGlynn able on the outside out of 3 and into 4. Slides up high. Alberton able to stay close and keep that position.
McGlynn having a great bounce back after that flat tire and having a great run there. Alberton able to keep the spot for now. McGlynn will slide into the 4th position.
And there's the leaders, McCullough and Clark. Donovan Clark trying to wreak havoc on the back bumper of McCullough here. We'll see exactly if and when he tries any kind of move to gain that position, as he's in contention here with Derek McCullough.
Sean McGlynn still having a great run in there behind, but Donovan Clark trying to work every angle that he can in order to get to Derek McCullough.
As they go down the back once again, Donovan Clark trying to keep close to McCullough here. As we have 17 to go that time by. McCullough high out of 2. Clark decides to stay single file in behind him as they go into turn 3. Clark looking to the inside. Thinks about it, but says not right now as they go across the stripe into turn 1. Down the back out of 2. Donovan Clark trying to keep close to Derek McCullough. As they are going to come up to lap traffic here. So they will have to stay to the high side. Donovan Clark will maneuver around that lap traffic on the outside as well. Down the back. The rest of the field trying to follow suit. As we get a look here across the stripe. That's 14 to go. Clark on the inside. Out of 2 down the back. But it's McCullough able to stay in front and shut the door. A little bit of contact puts Donovan Clark a little loose. He keeps it straight though. Out of 4. Across the stripe. 13 to go. It's now Sean McGlynn and Alberton trying to keep their names in the contention here. Single file is McCullough and Clark. There's McGlynn and Alberton as we get the look from the turn 1 camera. Man, this is a tight battle here. Donovan Clark hasn't been able to find the right time to make a move.
He's trying to make a move, but David McCullough just shutting all the doors. Will lap traffic here help?
Clark down the back, tries to go inside, but McCullough on corner entry has a little bit of speed. Some contact separates them just a little bit as they go into turn 1. Some more contact. Donovan Clark's around. Spins, and that'll bring out a caution. With 10 to go, McCullough and Clark out of turn 1. Some contact, and that puts Donovan Clark around. And
10 laps to go.
Looks like we'll have another look at it. Kate, take us through it.
Yeah, so this is using the lap traffic kind of here to his advantage. The 38 goes high in order to get that good run around the lap traffic. Clark goes to the inside. McCullough fights back on the outside. Clark is still trying to hang in there. There's the first little touch there. They come down the front stretch. They separate a good bit, but Clark tries to take that run on the inside and just isn't able to hang on.
Yeah, just losing a little bit of control there, ends up spinning himself out.
It looked very reminiscent to Todd Shepard going into that corner with McCullough as well.
As we get another look at it here. Take us through it again, Kate.
Yeah, so coming down that front stretch right there, and he's just trying to get it in there, realizes that he can't, goes to lock up the brakes there a bit, and around that car goes.
As we have 11 to go, they've put a lap back on the scoreboard here. Donovan Clark able to rejoin the field, but he will have a lot of work to do to try and get back to where he was. So
he will drop back to the 10th position, Kyle.
So 10th position with 11 laps left.
Looked like he just got in there a bit too deep.
Some work to do.
Once he got in trouble, as soon as there was contact.
They're still under caution as Donovan Clark is getting back into his position. Race officials making sure that everybody is lined up properly.
So it sounds like the lineup is good. Next time by, we will rack them, stack them, pack them.
So it looks like we'll be ready to get back to green flag racing here. We will have one more lap under caution next time by. The white flag will come out.
So he's restarting in the 9th position behind Caden Patrick, so we'll take you through the top 10. Derek McCullough, Cooper Albertine, Sean McGlynn, Kevin Trevlin, Todd Shepard, Chad McGlynn, Ricky Williger, Caden Patrick. Then they have, yeah, they've got it right now, Jordan Wilms, and then Donovan Clark. So he is restarting in the 10th position.
There it is. We get the white flag at the flag stand. Cars will double up, re-rack and restack as we get ready to get back to green flag racing. 11 laps left here in the Ontario Sportsman Series feature race at the half-mile Delaware Speedway on a gorgeous Friday night. Nice cool temperatures here to finish out the night. Down the back they go. The pace car will dip off the track as they exit turn 3. And then it will be once again the 38 of Derek McCullough bringing them to the line out of 4. The green flag is back waving. 11 laps left. We'll see exactly what anybody has for the 38 of Derek McCullough as he has had some great restarts. As McGlynn on the inside, looking to pass Alberton. He does have a nose ahead of him. He's able to get fully ahead of him. Todd Shepard looking to follow suit. on the inside. McGlynn drifts high. Shepherd still on the inside. Looking. He'll get fully past Alberton. McGlynn. Oh, there's the 47 to Shepherd. Gets a little loose on the rear end. Down the back. He's able to keep that straight. There's the 25 of Alberton and the 19 of Trevlin. They're going to battle. That's going to be for 4th and 5th respectively. Todd Shepherd is trying to fight Sean McGlynn for 2nd. But McGlynn is right there with McCullough as well for 1st. Front 3, put a blanket on them. They're all right there, single file. 8 to go, that time by. Right to the outside was McGlynn on McCullough, but McCullough shuts the door. Todd Shepherd now on the inside of McGlynn, looking to make the pass for 2nd. 3 cars, McGlynn on the outside, Shepherd on the inside. Trying to get positioning. McGlynn on the outside of McCullough into turn 1. He drifts up high, that gives Shepherd the opportunity to get past him. Down the back. McGlynn staying. He's trying to make the shot on the outside. He drifts up high on the track. 6 to go, that time by.
Just want to make a quick
contact again, the front 3. My goodness, around. Todd Shepherd and the rest of the top 3 making contact out of turn 1. The 8 of Chad McGlynn, the 08 of Ricky Williger also around there. Todd Shepherd turns himself around. We got to look at it, Kate.
Yeah, so Shepherd following McCullough into this corner. McGlynn on the outside. Oh, Shepherd goes to drive into the corner, and everybody checks up, and that just creates mayhem. Wow.
So there we get a look at the 47 of Todd Shepherd. Another look at this this incident, Kate.
Yeah, so just coming from the other angle here. McGlynn on the outside. McCullough, Shepherd. Shepherd just runs into the back of McCullough. McCullough goes sideways, then slides up into McGlynn. McGlynn gets a little bit sideways, but Shepherd goes all the way around. And you watch Chad McGlynn get collected here at the very end.
Some cosmetic damage to the 47 of Shepherd there as he's looking to regain the field.
Yeah, that's a twisted frame there, Kyle. A little bit of piping that's going to need some straightening as well. There's some metal that's a little bent. Donovan Clark will be up to the 4th position here on the restart, so he's made a quick comeback up the field. He'll be in I believe in the 4th position. Oh, 5th. They've already moved Todd Shepherd out of the lineup this time. It was holding, and now it's changing, so.
How about this?
So Derek McCullough, Sean McGlynn, and it looks like they've given Trevlin 3rd spot, and Alberton will sit in 4th based on the lineup currently on the track. There is the 47 of Shepherd right there.
See what Todd Shepherd can do here in the closing.
You'd never know from that side, but don't look at the other side. You definitely know.
And as we get a look, we will see it once again.
There you can see the bend.
Some pretty hefty tire marks and bent.
Got a green-white checker finish coming up, folks, to decide this one.
Stuff there. 3 laps to go once we get back to green flag racing. We'll see what McGlynn has for McCullough, as well as Tremlin and Alberton, and Donovan Clark. Donovan Clark has been pretty stout here throughout the field. He is sitting in 5th on this restart here.
Jordan, your pick's looking pretty good now.
Yeah, it looks like they're counting some laps here under caution. White flags in the air. They're going to hold at 3.
3 laps remaining. Lights are off the pace car here at Delaware Speedway. It'll be the 38 of Derek McCullough once again leading the pack to a restart. as they go down the back. The pace car will exit the track as they exit turn 3. There we get a look at Derek McCullough on the inside. Sean McGlynn on the outside of row 1. There they are. The pace car is off. Out of 4, the green flag is racing. Is waving. We're racing back here with the Ontario Sportsman Series. 3 to go. McCullough out of 2, down the back. Trying to get away. Sean McGlynn saying not so fast. Getting to the rear bumper. They're out of 4. That's now 1 to go to the white flag. That's brought to you by McCall Racing, built on experience. So it's down the back one final time. Trevlin trying to get into McGlynn's inside track. Little contact. Trevlin bumped up by Clark. And there it is. The checkered flag for Derek McCullough, Sean McGlynn, Donovan Clark, Kevin Trevlin, and Cooper Alberton rounding out the top 5.
That was something. That was a big block on the last lap going into turn 1. Wow.
And then there was some bumping and running going for the cars coming down, trying to gain any position they can, as we see the 38 of Derek McCullough, the 9 of Sean McGlynn, and the 52 of Donovan Clark going to take their spots on the front stretch. That is your podium right there. Derek McCullough able to park his car in victory lane here tonight for the Ontario Sportsman Series. What a race that was, Kate.
Yeah, Donovan Clark really had to work his way back to get into that 3rd position. Wow, what a race.
We get a look at Derek McCullough getting his safety equipment off. His crew helping him get the window net down.
Derek McCullough, ladies and gentlemen, down there in victory lane.
Getting his harness, his Hans device, his helmet off. So we see more crew members seeing if he needs a drink of water as well, as it'll be super hot in that cockpit.
Yeah, that ended up being a lot of laps, a red flag. Definitely a long race for these drivers.
Getting his earplugs out, his communication device, getting his hat. He'll hop out here. Derek McCullough with the win. Checkered flag. Taps the roof. Salutes the crowd. And we'll come around here. For an interview. Hugs all around for McCullough.
Giving out some hugs down here in victory.
Giving it down to Jordan Maudsley now.
Definitely made you work for that one.
Yeah, I ran into a lot of car problems halfway through that race. I didn't really have any brakes, and I just started bogging. And I was doing everything I could think of to try and clear the bog to keep her rolling, but she just didn't want to go. But yeah, the crew worked hard on the car to get us out here today. And the reason why we're here is just because of my crew, my sponsors, and all the fans here.
How good is it to get it done after all those struggles?
It's been one hell of a year. We've been blowing motors. We've been having suspension problems. We're just trying hard here just to get out front here again.
Thanks some sponsors here.
Yeah, I got to thank CPE, Richie Holmes, XL Diesel. I got to thank IDA from Port Stanley. I got to thank my crew, my family, and I got to thank Gulf Fuels and Instabon and Delaware Speedway for putting this on for us.
Derek McCullough wins a thrilling OSS.
We'll be back. More Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray after this.
Ray Colin Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Shrank, Buick, GMC. Ray Colin Chevrolet, you should drive by Ray today.
You're watching Rogers TV.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
You're watching Rogers.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. What a great night of racing. We're going to send it down to Jeremy for his final thoughts.
Thank you so much, Kyle. And yes, indeed, it was a great night of racing here at the half mile. The Bone Stocks, congratulations to Michael Verburn getting himself in victory lane. Steve McCaw, the Modifieds, getting himself in victory lane. And I don't know about you two, but that Ontario Sportsman Series race tonight was one of the most entertaining races we have seen here at the half mile this season. A great race up and down. Donovan Clark, who used to race in the Bone Stocks, got himself in here into the Sportsman Series, almost won it, but just a great night overall. And I'll send it back up to you guys for your final thoughts on tonight's races.
Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, 3 great divisions we saw here tonight. Just kind of give us your synopsis of the night and what you thought.
I think everybody raced really hard, and I am very interested to see what next week will bring. We've got fan appreciation, so $2 hot dogs. First 500 fans get the decal from Delaware Speedway as they enter the gate. And we've got a double header of the late models. They've had a couple rainouts, so very interested to see what that's going to bring and how anxious everybody's going to be behind the wheel to run those feature races. And then we've got the V8 stocks back. So it should be a great week next week as well, so don't forget about us. You don't want to miss it.
That's right. Tune in Friday night, 7:30 on Rogers TV. From myself, Kyle Friel, Kate Friel, Jeremy McGrady, and the rest of the crew, thank you for tuning in, and have a good night.
The following program was provided by a valued member of our local community. Rogers TV is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit our website.
Damn right, it's race day! You're on the JRD Motorsports YouTube channel! Lights down low on the northern track. No looking down and no looking back. Got the Maple Leaf flying on the passenger side. JRD is here for the Canadian soil, sweat and grease and the midnight oil from the pit to the flag.
What is going on, everybody? We are at Delaware Speedway again tonight with the Bingo Country Jackpot time number 28, and P1 in both practice sessions tonight, and the car's working really, really good. Appreciate everybody clicking on this video. It's gonna be a good night here at Delaware Speedway. It's been about a month since we've raced, so really eager to get back at it. The weather is beautiful tonight, and looks like the crowd's filing in. So appreciate you clicking on this. Like I said, make sure you stick around. We got our work cut out for us with the new handicapping system. We got to drive all the way from the back of the heat race, and then we got to start 9th or 10th, or depends on how many cars hit the invert. But we got to drive through the field 2 times. But fun stat. This year, so far in 2 races and a heat race, we have passed 15 cars, and we have been passed once this year. So that's a fun stat of the night. So let's go racing.
Race number 2 for the Super Stock.
Nah, we're good.
I can math.
We can math.
We need to get back to these. Well, we drove all the way from the back of the heat race and up to second again. Again, same thing as last week. If I didn't have as much respect for the competitors as I do, I think exact line that he needed to just hold me off, and without moving him, I wasn't going to get him. So kudos to them. He ran a perfect race and didn't really make a mistake. Our car just got really, really loose. It was phenomenal in practice, and then we just lost all of our drive off. So now it's going to cool down like a crazy amount here once the sun goes down, and now the sun is down, and I'm a little worried we're going to over adjust, so I don't really think we're going to change too much and hope the track comes to us. That's what we did last week, and it worked out great. So stay tuned, but P2 in the heat race yet again.
Ryan Dyson comes into tonight the point leader over Nick Ramsey.
I had to start 9th tonight with the format, and drove all the way up to P3, and we were the best car on the track, running the fastest laps once we got clear traffic, and just ran out of time. I think the guy said I was like 8 seconds back by the time I got to 3rd, and we finished like less than 5 seconds back. Just, you can only do what you can do. Good news is we extended our points lead, so we are the points leader still, but yeah, 3 straight podiums to start the season. That's pretty good, but tonight definitely felt like we should have won the race. The car was just absolute rocket ship. Just couldn't have been any better. But you can only do what you can do, and that's where you got to start the race. That's where you got to start the race. So can't thank all the guys enough for all their help tonight and protect us. And we're still putting it back together. And it's almost 11 or after 11. I don't even know what time it is, but make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. We're really trying to grow this YouTube channel, and we'll be back here next Friday night, and have to come from 9th or 10th again.
It's race day! You're on the JRD Motorsports YouTube channel!
That's not a head of lettuce.
That's not a head of lettuce.
But. It's a butt. That's a head of lettuce.
No, that's not.
No, I told you to grab a
head of lettuce. Is like iceberg lettuce.
Iceberg lettuce. What?
You didn't specify iceberg. You just said lettuce.
It's a head of lettuce. It's hot in Canada. We're at Delaware Speedway. We're going racing tonight, and it's like literally 40-something degrees with the humidity or whatever it is here. So actually, I think it's like 45. It's hot. Anyways, appreciate you clicking on this video. It's gonna be another good night. We got to come from deep in the field again tonight, and I think it's gonna be good. We made a couple changes to the car this week, and the whole crew showed up this week, and we did a lot of maintenance on it and everything. So I think it's gonna be a good night here at Delaware Speedway. We're just adjusting the car right now to prepare for how slick it's gonna be, because it is not gonna cool down at all. Even when the sun goes down, it's still gonna be like 40 degrees. So let's go. Let's get ready to go practice.